Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and tonight we're going to be doing all sorts of good stuff. I'm going to be running a guided meditation. We'll be doing some good philosophy talk. We can maybe even read from this book I got called The Sevenfold Path, where we explore the chakras. But yeah, and then we're going to play some chess as well. So it's going to be an action-filled night. I hope you're all ready for some good, intense Chicago-style action. You know, we don't mess around here. We don't do this, Branson, Missouri style. We do this Chicago style. All right. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Let's see who's all here tonight. We got Danny John. Danny John, hello. Good to see you. How's everything going with you? How's life, the universe, and everything? Does 42 sum it up? You know, we were discussing this the other day. Does 42 sum up everything? Is that it? Ignorant, hey, good to see you, friend. You're always around, man. You're always the first person to come in. You jump in quick. You're a quick jumper. Chad guy, what's going on? What's going on with you, man? What's new with you these days? How's life? How's life with you, Chad guy? Fourth one here. I don't know what that means. Fourth one here. I don't know what you're referring to. I missed the context. Here we go. This is why context is so important to content, right? If you don't know the context, you don't know what's going on here. Oh, fourth one. Are you drinking? Maybe you're drinking. It's Saturday night, right? Have a couple beers. You know, I get it. Check out. You say, sorry, I failed. Feel free to cast me out. You've disgraced your ancestors. What's going on here? What did I miss here, man? What did I miss here? What's going on here? Victor Soar, hey friend, what is up? Well, how are you doing tonight, man? How's everything going with you? Victor Soar and I have been discussing doing some philosophy talks. It's pretty cool. I hope you're doing well, man. How's 4-person chess going? Have you played any more recently? K Rob is here. K Rob, otherwise known as Christy. She's saying Chicago style. All right, we got a good crew here. Crew here. K Rob has been talking with me about camping. We are actually going to do some camping sometime soon. And there's someone else in this chat who is going to be coming with, but I don't know if I want to mention that person's name because of like privacy issues. I don't know if they want that out there. You never know. You never know with some people, right? You don't want to say too much, right? If they're cool with it, then they can like put a 1 in chat or like say something. Victor Star, you say Danny John, you say I'm missing all sorts of stuff. We gotta go way back. Chad guy, you say anyone read All Tomorrows? I don't know what All Tomorrows is. What is All Tomorrows? It's a fun, creepy book. Ooh, I like fun. And I'm big into creepy too. And actually, there's a lot of people that are big into creepy that come into this channel. we like to congregate, you know, we're people that like to think outside the box. So we're into different stuff. Danny John, you say he was in the chat. Oh, okay, there we go. Mystery solved. You know, I was thinking, I had no idea what any of that meant. Fourth in the chat. Yeah, it's kind of like a race, right? It's kind of like a race. You know, who can get to chat first? When I'm teaching chess, I found that at the end of class, you know, you have to have the kids clean up the chessboards. And so the way I do it is I say, okay, set up the boards to the starting position, and then I come around and I check to make sure all the pieces are there, because kids like to knock pieces on the ground and not pick them up, or throw them and then not ever go and get them, right? So I make the kids all clean up set up the boards to the starting position. Now, if I just say, all right, set up the boards, no one really does it, or people do it and they're slow about it. But if I make a game out of it, if I say, hey, all right, here we go, we're gonna have a race. Let's see who can set up their board first. Then all of a sudden, all the kids are like really quickly setting up the boards first. Everyone's rushing to set up the board as quickly as possible. And people are like, I got first, I got second, I got third. And it's like, thank you. Now we can move on with cleanup procedures and not have to worry about pieces getting lost. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that it's like that. Let's see. Victor Story, you say, I haven't played recently. Working. Oh, you're moving. So is this part of the thing to get away from the dudes that had the really loud cars or whatever? That's interesting. You're moving, man. All right, good. I'm glad that you're working on moving. Hopefully, you'll get to a better environment where you're not getting noise damage from people that are being ridiculously loud, right? I mean, that's too much. It's too much for anyone to handle. My channel shaman has arrived. All right, we can actually start. We can actually start the the stream now. JT Farms is in the house. She is here. She is ready. She's ready to rock. She's actually going to help me out with some tech stuff today. I'm gonna play the Buddha's chant. I'm bringing back the Amitabha Buddha due to popular demand, and I think it's going to work as long as I have it at a certain decibel level. I can't make it too loud because then it drowns out my voice, and obviously you want to hear my voice when I'm running a guided meditation. And I can't make it too soft because then you can hear that weird like high pitch annoying sound that we've been dealing with when I plug my headphones in. So we're gonna experiment with that in just a little bit, see how that goes. Let's see. Okay, we got everyone saying hi to each other. It's good. That's what happens in the community. People say hi to each other. Chad guy, you say, have you read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? No, I have not read that. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know what that means, but I like the idea behind it. Let's see. You have no mouth and you must scream. It's probably a good book, right? That's like the kind of title that I would use for a book. If I was gonna write a book, I think my book would be called I Have No Ears and I must gouge out my eyes. That would be the title. By the way, no one steal that. All right. If I say it on Twitch, it's copyrighted. This is me copywriting it. All right. So I have no ears and I must gouge out my eyes. All right. That's where we're at right now. Not in the King Oedipus sense, but in a different sense. Let's see. Victor Story, you say, yeah, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, right. Get to a better environment, man. Better environment away from people neighbors that are going to be disrespectful and loud and whatnot, right? JT, you say you're going to listen on both phone and computer, so be patient with you. I cannot be patient. There's no way I can be patient. So yeah, I'm not going to be patient with you. All right. Chad guy, you say, or I can't smell and you must find the fuck. Dude, that's intense. Chad guy. You said you were fourth, and I still thought you were on your fourth beer. I don't know, man. I'm just going to assume you're drunk for the remainder of this stream, even though you're not drunk. Like, I know you're not drunk, but I'm going to assume that you're drunk, and then I think everything will run smoother. All right. Let's see. JT, you say, then I can't help you. How? Well, okay. Then maybe I can be patient. You are a fire poet at the end of the day. I think people tend to have a little more patience with fire poets than the lay public, right? Is that the case? All right. Okay, I need to drink some water. I'm going to really try to make more of an effort to drink water. Last stream was I think my longest stream ever. It was close to 4 hours. Those of you who were here, Victor Story, you were here. Chad guy, you were here. A lot of you were here. So you guys got to witness all the shenanigans that went down. That was an intense stream, though. It was definitely intense. Let's start out with some chess. Let's do a little chess, though. All right, we're gonna mix it up here. So let's go back over here. We'll do a little puzzle rush. Unless someone wants a lesson. Danny John, do you want a chess lesson? What's the deal, Danny John? JT, are you ready for some chess? Another shirtless stream? No, that last one was not a shirtless stream, and I hope this is not going to be a shirtless stream, but you never know. I'm expensive. 50,000 channel points. That's serious moolah you need to get me to do a shirtless stream. All right, let's see. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, we're doing puzzle rush. All right, so let's go here. Display, and now we gotta do this, and then this, and then this. Oh yeah, I found that if I do this a lot, it makes it work better. So let's do all this. No, still not there. Display, Discord, display. This is always the fun part, getting things in order like this. All right, scene, display. All right, hold on. We're getting there. This is literally how I got to make it work. This is literally how I make progress with this problem. I've talked with all these tech people. No one has the correct solution. So I literally just have to do this and mess with it, and then eventually, like that, I get it. Big deal, right? This is it. This is a very high budget escapade that I run here, right? There's a lot going on with this with this OBS and these tech issues. All right, JT, you say, oh, you're talking to Chad Guy. You've been coming here for a while. Have you accumulated enough channel points for a shirtless stream? Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many channel points Chad Guy has. I don't know if there's a way for the streamer to actually check how many channel points each person has. I'm sure there is. You know, JT is the big dog in here though with channel points. She's the one that she has financed 3 out of the 4 shirtless streams, and then Christine financed the other one. So yeah, JT's the big dog here. You know, she's the one with the points. K Rob, you say this is your first time being for a chess stream. You don't know how to play chess. Well, you know, I mean, you're gonna learn some amazing things here. Like especially during Puzzle Rush, you're gonna learn everything there is to know about chess. Actually, you'll probably learn nothing about chess except that like I get pissed and I scream at the screen sometimes. Okay, so those of you who don't know, the goal of Puzzle Rush is to solve as many puzzles as you can within a 3-minute period, and most of these are checkmate puzzles. There's like checkmate 1s, checkmate 2s, 3s, and 4s. There's win material puzzles. There are puzzles to promote a piece, you know, get to a winning endgame, etc., etc. I just set my high though yesterday. I got a 27. All right, now where's the applause? Everyone should be like, you know, applauding for this. 27. That means like I'm not as terrible of a human being as I thought, you know, because the way I judge human beings is how many, you know, puzzles they can accomplish. I'm kidding. Those of you who don't know me, I'm pretty sarcastic, sardonic, whatever, flippant at times as well. But yeah, all right. So let's do this. All right. Wish me luck. I'm always happy if I can start out when I'm warming up with at least like 20. I want to get at least 20. If not, like I go home or I just go in my room and I cry myself to sleep. And I don't want to cry myself to sleep tonight. All right. Please, you know, that's all I need to do. I need to activate clap. All right. I'll activate the clap command. You're going to have to remind me though. All right. Let's do this. Puzzle Rush. Here we go. All right. I got to move the microphone because I need to be able to see the bottom rank, and we are ready. Let's do this. All right. Checkmate. Take the rook. Win the knight. Mate. Pawn. Push. Promote. All right. What are we doing here? Oh, duh. And I say duh a lot. JT Farms typically has a duh counter. So yeah, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, I guess this. No, that's not the idea. What am I doing here? That. This is getting ridiculous. I'm not seeing this puzzle. What is the issue here? I'm just gonna have to. Wow, what a slot! Oh, that was absurd. That was absolutely absurd. All right, mate. I got to recover from that, mate. Life's getting tough. Things are getting tough in this neck of the woods. I think I can just win a piece. No, I can't because then there's that back rank. Is that a back rank issue? Maybe I'm thinking too hard. All right. This is getting really messy here. Push, and then this kind of idea. There we go. And then take. Win the rook. All right. All right, remember, this is just a warm-up. This is just a warm-up, everyone. So, all right. This is just a warm-up. This does not count. This does not count, everyone. All right. Here we go. Well, we're at 11 at least. This doesn't count. Remember, what if life was like that? What if you could just say that about life? It's like, oh, well, don't worry. You know, this doesn't count. This life doesn't matter. All right, check. Give me some mating ideas. There we go. All right, we're getting things back on track. I guess take here. Oh, that was horrible. Boo. I need not a clap command. I need a boo command. All right. I am sorry for that. Wow. That was really disappointing. Yeah, I got to activate the boo command. You know, you're telling me to activate the clap. This is really bad. I mean, if we did the clap command now, it would take on a whole new meaning, right? It would be very Very negative. I need some water after that one. Anyways, that's it. That's Puzzle Rush. That's how we do it. That's how we do it Chicago style. We do Chicago style Puzzle Rush. So we're throwing these in every now and then. We got to keep things exciting. But let me bring out the book so it's on hand. This is the book that we have been going through, and we're going to probably go through more of this tonight. The Sevenfold Journey, Reclaiming Mind, Body, and Spirit Through the Chakras. This is important, and we go through each chakra, and we try to cleanse each chakra. I used this book when I was in a chakra balancing group. And we went through the whole group and the whole book and worked and talked about it and discussed things, and we made some progress. We cleansed our chakras. It felt good. Hey, Herbert Smithens is here. How's it going? What's up, Agni? Are there chess games you converse someone, but it goes super fast, like short? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I could do speed chess, but here's the thing with my chess. The shorter the time control, the worse I get. That's just how it goes. When I play games that are 3 days per move, where you have 3 days to make a move, then I'm amazing. I'm a real strong player. Same thing with like longer time controls, like an hour or like 4 hours or 3 hours. I'm really good. The lower we set the time though, I start blundering everywhere. And then when you get down to bullet time controls, I'm bad. But that's just how it goes. But yeah, I could do some chess. Maybe I should bring it up right now. Let's see. Let me look around. Maybe I'll play an unrated game, and then we could go from there. All right, what time control should I use? What time controls is everyone into? Hey, how's it going? Evelyn Yoga is here. Evelyn is a phenomenal streamer here on Twitch in the health and fitness community. Evelyn Yoga, what a surprise. She's a yoga streamer, but she also streams tarot. She does all sorts of cool stuff. She's from Australia, so she's got a unique take on things, which is good. Every time I go there, I feel like refreshed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I feel like I have more of an Australian attitude. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. But anyways, check out Evelyn. Drop her a follow and support her channel. Super kind, loving, compassionate human being. Yeah. Let's see. Herbert Smithens, you say the shortest time limit you think would be cool. All right. Well, I mean, I could try maybe I'll do a 3 minutes. Maybe I'll do a 3 minute. I don't want to go lower than 3 minutes because it's going to get really, really ugly if I go lower than 3 minutes. 3 minutes is going to be ugly, but it's not going to be as ugly as it could be. So, all right, let's try. Let me set up a 3 minute game. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be such a mess. All right, we'll do this. Hold on. All right, I got to start it up. So display. Oh, no. Damn it. I lost it. I got to do the thing where I switch back and forth. All right, if I just do this, it might give you a seizure, but it should no. This is really where we're at. This is really the where we're at in life. All right. Hold on a second. I don't know how to resolve this problem. I mean, I can get it to work. I just have to cycle through a bunch like this, and then it starts working. Come on, give it to me. Give me what I want. OBS doesn't want to give me what I want. I don't like that. I want OBS to give me what I want. I'm not giving up though. We're gonna get this. I'm a very persistent person. Those of you who know me know how persistent I am. By the way, what does this look like from your end when I'm just cycling through all this stuff? Does this look good? Let's see. Maybe if I go to here, let's try mixing it up like this. We'll click on these a couple times, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, click there, click there. Intermission. By the way, everyone who's joining, my name is Agni James, and I am getting this working right now, and here we go. All right. Okay, we got a 3 minute game. And this is how it works. This is how it works in my channel. Sometimes we get to mess around with all the technical issues. All right, I'm going to play a 3 minute game. I'm terrible at these short time controls, like 1 minute, 2 minute, bullet chess, 3 minute. I'm terrible at these. We're gonna do it. Yeah, I figured out a trick to get me there. And I mean, I can cycle through it and get there, but like it's annoying because it's not instantaneous. I don't have the smooth, streamlined way of there's some streamers out there, they're so smooth, they're just everything flows like beautifully. I'm more of like a rough and tumble streamer. All right, 3 minutes. Wish me luck. Let's do this. We're gonna win this out. Win the Chicago style. All right. You should all be able to see this right now, and we are good to go. All right. 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes to make all my moves. Oops. 3 minutes to make all my moves, or I lose. I should have enabled pre-moves. I don't know if I did that or not. All right. I'm going Space Invaders. I'm going super power hungry right here. I'm gonna gain some space. Gain some space. That's my plan. Where's that knight gonna go? Where's that knight going? Where's that knight going, buddy? Where are you moving your knight to? I'm gaining some time. This is good. All right. That is not a good move. This knight should be trapped. I think this knight's going to be trapped. Nope. It's not trapped. Is this good? Is this good commentary? It's going to be trapped. No, it's not. All right. He's got 2 pieces hitting. Oh, wait a minute. Did I really just... Hold on. I gotta do this kind of thing. This is getting... We're starting to get ugly now. I'm a little too overextended. Oh my god, this guy's breaking at the center and everything. This guy actually knows how to play. All right, let's go after this knight now. Let's go after the knight. I'm way too overextended here. But we're even on time. Okay. Oh, he's hopping in here. All right, whatever. This is a total loss, by the way. This is like real mess. A real big mess. All right. Got this kind of mess. He's going to take. Super ugly. I need to get my king safe. I do not have a safe king. I have some space at least, but he can break at any moment. Let's see. He's pushing there, which is smart. Let's just do this kind of idea. I'm looking to castle this way. I want to castle queenside. All right. Now all of a sudden things are getting real interesting, I guess you could say. Let's do this. Defend everything, I think. I'm 1 move away from castling, though. But the problem is he's going to have his bishop and his queen honed in on b7. Or b2, I mean. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It looks like he's winning, though. He is winning at this point. It's a little messy. All right, let's do this kind of idea. Am I missing anything? I'm on the knight, sort of. Hey, look at that. I think I just won out. Nope, I didn't. I can't even do this. All right, come on. This queen is annoying. Let's get rid of this queen if I can. All right. I want to try to use my spatial advantage. My space is an advantage. He's got this check. All right, let's... it's pretty even, actually, at this point. Take the pawn. I'll snag the pawn. Why not? Snagging a pawn. It's a free pawn. Got 1 minute and 30 left. Jeez. All right. That's a strong move. Let's... guess we're doing this. We're pushing forward. I got an isolated pawn here now, but I got these rooks. My rooks are looking good. Rooks are looking real good. Oh, he's got major threats here. I'm in trouble. I'm in serious trouble. He didn't see it. Oh, hold on. I can block. Whew. Things are getting rough. All right, let's... Oh, this is bad. He could take my... This is getting really sloppy. Real sloppy, real quick. I need to push this pawn right here. I gotta push. He takes. All right, I gotta take. And now I push. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Oh, I'm in check. Ah, damn it. All right. Oh, God. He's got this bishop check. Let's see if he goes for it. I have a time edge. I'm killing him on the clock. I got that going for me. All right. Let's see. I am killing him on the clock. All right. Oh. Here. Get out of here, bishop. Oh man, this is getting real messy right here. Real messy. He's got 30 seconds. I'm killing him on the clock. I just can't get mated. All right. Now we go in for this. Oh no, I'm in check. I gotta take. I gotta follow the rules of chess. What am I doing here? The rules of chess say when you're in check, you gotta get out of check. All right. Let's get rid of one rook. All right, we're gonna get rid of one rook. And now I'm gonna try to use the fact that I have these pieces to my advantage. So let's do this. All right, push up. I'm gonna win this pawn. Let's get smooth here. Let's get a little tricky. Gotta get a little tricky every now and then. All right, he's defending. I'm pushing. All right, I'm getting out of here, knight. Get out of here, knight. That's what you gotta say when you move your knight. You gotta say get out of here, knight. It's one of the rules of chess. He's only got 11 seconds. I gotta try to flag him. All right, come back here. I'm winning this knight. Oh, he skewered me. All right, he's gonna win the. I'm gonna win on time though, hopefully. All right, let's get this guy here. All right. Yep, he has no time. He's got no time. He's got no time. Ah, I got him. Oh, we did it. We did it. Team Evolve Yourself TV. Let's go back here. Congratulations. That was a team effort. And by the way, that was some of the worst chess that you'll ever see in your life. That was horrible chess. That was slop. But you know, at the end of the day, you just do some time burners and you win the game. That's how we do it here, though. You know, we're a little bit sloppy sometimes, but we do the work and we get things accomplished. All right. Were you all excited about that? Victor, sorry, you say, who is my opponent? This was a random unranked opponent on Lichess. So I have no idea. That guy could have been, really high. He could have been really low. If I had to suspect, I would say he's probably like, I don't know, 1500. 1500-ish. I mean, with 3-minute time controls, it's hard to tell because sometimes people just make bad moves. But he definitely wasn't like a master level player or anything, but he was decent. I mean, he was decent enough. I was able to get ahead on the clock, and at the end of the day, it was that passed pawn. That passed pawn that I had advanced all the way up the board was giving him some problems. So yeah, Herbert. Let's see, Herbert. You say it's whoever runs out of time. Whoever runs out of time first loses, or whoever gets checkmated, loses. Those are the two end game conditions. So you either checkmate the person, or you can, or you beat him on the clock. That's what we do it. All right, where are we at here? Let's see, JT. You say rough and tumble is your charm. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit rough and tumble, but I'm also a little bit of a teddy bear. I'm pretty calm and passive at times. It all depends on what's going on, right? It all depends. Like sometimes you got to be a little more aggressive. Sometimes you got to be a little more passive. It's such is life, right? Let's see, where else are we at? Victor, so you say 5-5 is okay for your stream? Yeah, I mean 5-5, you actually have time to think, right? In a 5-5 game, right? You got more time to think. You can the time controls are such where it's like, hey, I'm not gonna blunder as easily, right? But I mean, I don't know. 5-5 is good. 10-0 is fine. By the way, those of you who don't know, 5-5 means you get 5 minutes. But then every time there's a 5-second increment. So every time you make a move, you get 5 additional seconds added to your clock. It's kind of cool, right? There's a lot of increments that people use. Like it was just like, people play a lot of like 1-1 or 2-1 or 3-1. And then there's like 5-5 and 10-2, things like that. So that's what that means. Herbert, you say you got him. Yeah, I got him. I was able to get the guy. I made him have to spend too much time to think. In speed chess, if you make complicated moves, if you make moves that are pretty difficult to analyze, then the other person usually has to spend a decent amount of time thinking about them. They're called time burners. So sometimes they have to they burn their time trying to figure out what to do. And let's see, K Rob, you say, oh wow, I thought you meant 3 minutes per move. No, 3 minutes total for the game. 3 minutes for the game, man. That's all you get. You get 3 minutes. When you make a move, your clock stops running and your opponent's clock starts, right? So it's pretty high paced, right? I can do more of these. The only thing is I feel like I'm doing a little bit of a disservice because I'm not playing at a high level. I'm not playing, like I would if I would, be playing in the Chicago Open. But like at the same time, it's like it's exciting and interesting. Victor, sir, you say want to play after? Yeah, I mean, let's wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit, and then I'm totally down for a game. You'll like the way I've been playing lately, you'll probably smoke me, but hopefully I can at least make it a good game. Let's see. Where else are we at here? Herbert, you say nice block. Unranked is pretty good. You thought it would be a noob. No, that guy was legit for an unranked player. He was legit. I mean, it's one of those guys where I know for a fact if we were playing a longer game, I would have crushed that guy. It wouldn't be close. But I'm like a slow, deep thinker. There's a lot of people that are like foxes and are like super quick thinkers, and they can jump around real quick and multitask. I'm not like that. I'm like I go all in on depth and accuracy and that's why I like longer time controls. The last game I played at the Chicago Open was 4.5 hours. It was a 4.5 hour bloodbath between me and this guy, and we were like there was one moment where I spent 45 minutes on a move. 45 minutes on a single move, thinking about a single move. It was a critical moment in the game, and I needed a draw because it was round 7. So there were 7 rounds. It was round 7, and this was the money game. If I got a win or a draw, I was going to win good money. If I got a loss, I would get nothing, 0. So I needed you get 1 point for a win, half point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. So I needed a win or a draw. And I spent 45 minutes on a single move. It was a critical moment, and I ended up getting a draw in that game against a really strong opponent. This guy was a beast. He was an incredible attacking player, and at that time I was an incredible defending player. So it was like an awesome battle that we had going on. Let's see. JT Farr, you said LOL teddy bear. I don't know. I say things. I mean, am I a teddy bear? I mean, I don't know. People can we could do a poll. All right, let's do a poll right now. We'll do a poll. I'm gonna run it. Is Agni a teddy bear? You got to keep things interesting. All right, we'll say yes. Minute responses, no. All right, there we go. 1 minute, 10 bits. Wait, is it 10 bits? I don't know. I think it's free. I think it's free to vote. Okay, Chad guy, you say, do you think the power grid can handle everyone driving EVs? I know nothing about that subject. I never even thought about that actually, though. Yeah, I mean, maybe that will be a drain on the power grid, right? I mean, you just got yourself that Tesla, dude. You got yourself that it was a Model 3, right? And that's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, that's where we're going. The whole world wants to get away from oil. Not the whole world, but most of the world wants to get away from oil. We realize oil is not great, right? It's putting a lot of pollutants in the air. It's making the air we breathe, unhealthy, right? And we don't want that. So now we're trying to go to cleaner sources. I don't know. I don't know anything about the amount of power that different governments can put forth. I don't know anything about it. It's kind of interesting to think about though. Hey, One Sluggy, how you doing, buddy? How's it going tonight, man? I always smile when you come in, man. One Sluggy is a streamer here on Twitch, also a good friend of mine and the chat. He streams video games. He's been playing a lot of Seven Days to Die. Definitely check him out. Drop him a follow. He's an all-around good dude, authentic, nice, kind human being. How you doing, man? How's everything going with you? We just got done. I got done playing a 3-minute chess game, and I did a puzzle rush before that. I don't know if you were here. If you were here when we were going through this book last time, I did a 4-hour stream, and this is a book that I used for my chakra balancing group. When we went through and we cleansed all our chakras, going from the crown chakra all the way down to the root chakra. And we were going through this last time. But yeah, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right, I'm feeling a little bit pumped up. I want to do another puzzle rush. I feel like after that speed chess game, I can really rock a puzzle rush game. So I'm gonna go back to puzzle rush. I put on a pathetic puzzle rush performance this last time, so I wanna make sure that we get things back on track. All right, here we go. Puzzle rush. Let's see. All right, let's get to questions first though. One, so you say you're doing good, just eating some pizza at the moment, man. Yeah, enjoy your pizza, man. What kind of toppings do you got on there? I ate pizza today too. I went to a place called Mod Pizza. It's just some chain, but I like the fact that you can get as many toppings as you want. So like I'll put like 20 toppings. I had like 5 different types of meat, like 6 different types of cheeses. I don't know, like I had just like all sorts of stuff on there, right? Herbert, you say, have you heard of Ayurvedic massage? Yeah. They use all those unique oils, herbs, and techniques. Absolutely. That's actually one of the schools of yoga. Ayurvedic. I can't say it right now for some reason. It's the one I'm least familiar with though. Like I know Hatha yoga really well because I do Bikram, and Bikram is 26 postures that have been sucked out of the Hatha yoga set, which has 81 postures, and they're done in a room of 105 degrees Fahrenheit. There's also Yin yoga, which I like, which is like really slow yoga. You'll do like less intense postures, but you'll hold them for longer. And then there's vinyasa, which is like the one that people seem to be most familiar with. It's like most people know what downward dog is and like upward dog and stuff like that. At least around me, people have heard of like downward dog, right? But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. All right, let's just hop in. Let's hop into chess. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, wish me luck. Now, yeah, if I don't beat 14 right now, I might have to end the stream. So I got to at least beat 14 right now. All right. Where are we at here? White to move. Oh shit, it's my turn. Oh duh. All right, we just got this. JT, that's the duck count. I already got one in there. All right. Black to move. All right. Mate. Check. Mate and 2. Check. Checkmate. Oops. Check. Mate. All right, mate. I think this is it. Yeah. Check, mate. Check, mate. Check. Oh, come on. I was robbed there. What do we got going on here now? What is this puzzle? Wait a second. What am I missing? Oh, no, I can't move this. All right, I'm not seeing it. This, I guess that's it. All right, that, and then we got this, and then we got this. All right, and then we got this. It's such bad commentary. We got this, we got that, and we got this. Oh, all right, I missed that. All right, check, mate. Oh, the bishop is covering. 16. All right, I'm doing this again. 16. That's better than 14, but it's still not good enough. I have very high standards. Those you should know that about me. Everyone needs to know that I have high standards. All right, a black to move. We're pushing all the way to victory lane. All right, there we go. Oh, we got this. Check, mate. We got this. Win the queen. I'll win a queen, right? Why not? Why not win a queen? What? What's the deal here? Oh. It was so easy too. It was like the easiest one. All right. Come on, Agni. Get your act together here. Your people, your chat's coming here to witness some good chess. They're not here to witness some amateur hour. They want some good chess. That's why they're here. All right, let's get this. There's another mate. This will be mate soon enough. All right. I jumped there a little bit. I was a little scared. Give me that mate. All right. Let's see. What's the situation here? Oh, this. Is it this? No, that's not it. What is the situation here? This idea? Yeah. All right. There we go. Oh, this. Come on. Yeah, there was that. And then, wait. This. All right. Come on in. Bam. And then, wait. Oh, that's not how the pieces move. Yeah, and by the way, I'm a chess instructor, and you would think it would be good if I knew how the pieces moved, right? Oh, All right, and then I guess you come up. Oh, no, you run the pawn. What am I doing there? Come on, Agni. Get your act in gear. Get your act in gear. That's not get your ass in gear. All right, let's see. Oh, the rook. Take the rook. Free rook. If there's a free rook, take it. Take it. Why? This is sneaky. I was going to take that rook. That was a sneaky one. All right, these people are... They're starting to get real sneaky. I think this is the idea, and then this, and then this. They're starting to get real sneaky. Sometimes they give you like ridiculously tough puzzles, and sometimes you just don't see them, and sometimes you just make them sound like they're ridiculously tough, and they're not even. Take a knight? Yeah, free knight. I'll take it. Take, and then we have this fork. Take a rook. All right, that works, mate. I'll do that. Push. Wait, black to move. Is this check involved? I guess. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. You had to put the piece in between. All right. 23. Okay, that's good. That's a legitimate. Now 23 is a legitimate. That's a legitimate score. I'm okay with 23. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep at night if I can at least get like a 23 on here. Like I said, 27 is my high. 23, that's acceptable. All right. Okay, I need a little water after that one. All right, one Soggy, you said just pepperoni. See, that's intense. I don't know, man. One topping. I'm like I like 40 toppings. I like just throwing them all. Like I'll pour milk. I'll go in the kitchen, just pour some milk on my pizza. Throw some Cheez-Its on there. I'll just throw whatever I can. I'll throw in a blender. Drink some pizza. Why not? It doesn't matter to me. I'll just mix it all together. Usually good things happen when you mix stuff together. K-Rob, you say you want to try that place. Your kids talk about it. Mod Pizza. Yeah, I mean. There's two places that I know of that have like unlimited toppings and it doesn't cost you anything else, right? It was Mod Pizza and there's a place called Wood Grain. They're just chains. I mean, they're not the best ever, because at the end of the day they're chains. We're not talking about Rips here, that place up by you. That's like a legit place, an authentic good meal. But they're chains, and if you want like a 25 toppings on a pizza, it's the place to go. JT 32 and counting. I don't know what that is in relation to, but I like the fact that you're putting numbers in chat. Numbers are good. Math is good. Math is yummy. Has anyone said that before? That math is yummy. I heard someone say that. So this is a friend of mine was explaining a yoga posture. She's a yoga instructor, and she was talking about a yoga pose. And she was saying she was describing it as yummy. And I never understood that until I started doing yoga. And then I'm like, yeah, certain poses in yoga are yummy. It's like a weird way to describe a pose, but you're going into these areas of tightness and tension, and you're exploring them. You're really feeling them out, so they can be yummy, right? It's kind of a weird adjective to ascribe to a yoga pose, but it's true. Let's see. Chad guy, you say, I don't have a merch command. Yeah, I need a merch command. If you think I should have one, what do you think? I don't think I'm at that level yet. People with merch commands usually have like, I don't know, 100 average viewers typically, or minimum, or like, thousands of viewers, or like XQC, and they got like, 86,000 people hanging out in their chat. Right? I'm not at that level, but maybe I am. Who knows? I don't know what my merch would be. Maybe I'd have like a weird hat or something. Oh, 32 does. Did I really have 32 does, JT? I think that's an overestimate, man. I think that's exaggerated. I don't think I said duh 32 times. That's too many. K-Rob, you say, have any of your students found your stream? No, and I am grateful. I am sincerely grateful for that. I have a potty mouth on stream. This might not be a kids friendly, a family friendly stream, right? I come on here, I talk. I do talk about like reuniting with the source of all creation, right? Which is pretty important, right? That's like super good. But then at the same time, I'll be like, hey, you fucking gotta go and reunite with the source of all motherfucking creation. And that's the way I talk. I'm from Chicago. That's how we talk here. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's family friendly in one sense, But in another, like I could see some parents getting kind of wound up if their kid was watching this stream, right? They'd be like, "What is even going on here? This guy's like talking about all the most wholesome things in the universe, like like loving everyone and unconditionally and being kind and courteous to the people around you. But then he's swearing, like is this good for my kids? Like I don't know. The parents out there, what do you all think? I mean, Christy, would you want your kids watching this stream, right? I mean, I do run my mouth sometimes. Chad guy, you say you expect 100 wins. Anything less, you refuse to accept. 100 a score for the Puzzle Rush. That would be intense. I've never seen anyone do a 3-minute get 100 in a 3-minute Puzzle Rush. This guy, one of the streamers I watch, NM Canty. He gets like I think in the 60s, maybe 60s or 70s, but I've never seen anyone get like 100 for Puzzle Rush. That would be crazy. Maybe it's possible. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Yeah. Victor, so you say you think you've already asked, have you had New York pizza? Have you had New York pizza and Chicago better? Yeah, I like Chicago better. I mean, but it's all about, for me, it's all about the deep dish. Chicago's deep dish pizza. I want my pizza this thick. If my pizza is not this thick, like there's going to be a problem, right? That's I like the thick pizza. And there's times where I like thin pizza. There's like today I had thin pizza and it was great, but at the same time I had 25 toppings, so it wasn't thin. It was like more like this, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird to have my hand on the screen, by the way. It feels kind of weird to do that. Where are we at here? But yeah, I like Chicago. I mean, I'm biased because I'm from Chicago and I've lived my whole life out here. But I guess I like Chicago pizza better. All right, I'm gonna mute this while I cough because I don't like that I've been coughing on stream. All right, we're back. I had to take a cough break. By the way, it's now like considered bad etiquette if you cough outside. People are like freaking out. It's really weird, Earlier today, I saw people giving this dude like terrible and really nasty looks. This guy's like sitting on a park bench. No one's around him, and he's like coughing. And it's like, you're outside, man. You're coughing. Like, let the guy cough. He's like an old dude. He's got like a cough. Like, let him cough. You don't need to give him dirty looks about it. Like, that's kind of messed up, right? We live in a society where where people like, are thinking negatively about you if you cough. All right, let's see. Where are we at in chat? JT Farms lifetime count. Okay, 32 does for a lifetime count when I'm doing Puzzle Rush. Now that's reasonable. That's totally reasonable. All right, I can see that. Evelyn, you say you swear heaps too. Exactly, right? But I feel like it's more, you're from Australia, so like people like accept that more. Like I don't know why people seem to accept people from Australia swearing more than people from the U.S. I think maybe I'm totally insane to think that, but it just seems like that's the case. I don't know. I think I could be wrong though. K-Rob, you say I'm fine for your kids, but they're 14 and 18. All right, but I mean, if you're 14, if it's fine for your 14-year-old, I mean that says something, right? I mean, so and yeah, and I guess 14-year-olds. I mean, it's not like Braden's never heard a swear before, so I guess that's right. Let's see. Evelyn, you say it's how we express our passion, express passion for spirituality. Yeah, right. I'm passionate. I'm a passionate dude. I have a lot of energy. I wanna get other people excited about meditation. Normally it's like, here's your meditation instructor. All right, everyone, take a seat and do this. We are going to connect with the divine. Like, people who are new to meditate, they don't want to fucking hear that shit. If I heard someone talk like that, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna go watch GM Hikaru. I'm gonna watch him stream some chess and watch some blitz chess. I'm trying to get people passionate and worked up. There's two things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to inspire motivation for meditation and holistic endeavors, right? Like things like yoga and qigong and kumnaya. These are things that there should be passion. Your heart should be in these things, right? You don't want to just be like, monotone and like dead, right? When you're trying to get people like excited about this stuff, right? So there's that. And then I also want to show people that you can be an intense dude. You can be an intense male or an intense female, and then still quiet yourself with meditation by finding that love and peace in your being. right? So you can do that. You can go from, being an intense person to not being an intense person. That's something that I want people to know, because when you live in the world, in the external world, you have to be intense, right? At times, like when you're driving, if you're not going to be intense, there's times where you're merging onto the highway or something, you're just going to get killed. You're literally going to get like smashed, by a truck or something. But like if you're intense, if you're not intense, you're going to get killed at times. And then if you are intense, you'll survive better sometimes. But then there's times also where you need to go in and access that place of peace and love that exists within us all. So you can rein it in and be calm and loving in your heart. So there's that, right? There's that. Those are the two things I'm trying to do here on the stream, right? All right, let's see. You say, K-Rob, you say, and Jackson wouldn't watch it, doesn't have the attention span. Yeah, exactly. That kid, he's the most active kid I've ever seen him. He's all over the place. He's all like, he wants to mow the lawn. I mean, he was pushing your lawnmower and he's 4. This kid is strong. Any of you who've seen, those of you, anyone in chat who has met Jackson, I mean, this K-Rob's son is like one of the strongest, he's the strongest 4-year-old I've ever seen in my life. The kid can literally push a lawnmower. Like how is that even possible? Like, I mean, I see adults struggle with lawnmowers. This kid is 4 and he's mowing the lawn. Chaga, you say deep dish veggie pizza. Yeah, right? Deep dish veggie? That's a good way of going about it. I know you said for health reasons you switched to being a vegan, right? And deep dish veggie, but make sure you have like mushrooms on there. You need the green pepper, you need the red pepper, you need onion. You got to I like the onion and garlic. Some people are like, oh, it's too strong, and whatever. That to each his own. I'm not going to get on you if you don't like if you don't like onions and garlic, right? I wanted to get on you, but I guess I'll let you have that. You can still like onions and garlic if you want. The Chad guy, you say, you're vegan now. Sorry, you don't disappoint me, Chad guy. You did it for health reasons. And also, it's better. Think about factory farming, man. Think about that. There was actually a philosophy instructor when I was in grad school getting my master's in analytic philosophy. There was a professor that had devoted his entire life to waging a war against factory farming. So he came up with these amazing arguments, why you shouldn't eat meat. He was basically, as hardcore vegan as you could be. And by the way, with his arguments, he convinced 30%, I think it was like 33% or like a third of the entire program of grad students to become vegetarian, who were already not vegetarians to begin with. That's pretty amazing. His arguments were so cogent. His argument was so cogent that 30% or 33% switched to becoming a vegetarian. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. And a lot of the staff became vegetarian. And one of the first things he did, you'd come into his class, you'd sit down, and he would show you this horrific video about factory farming. It was really bad. I mean, you were watching like these chickens just like, peck each other, and they would like remove the chickens' beaks and stuff because they were like attacking each other because they were in such close quarters. It was horrific. I mean, you don't want cruelty to animals. Like anyone who's into cruelty to animals is pretty messed up, right? That's what they say. Serial killers, right? They typically are cruel to animals. I don't know if that's just like something people say. Victor, sir, maybe you can help me out. Is that actually a legit thing where serial killers are more prone to exhibit acts of cruelty to animals, or is that just something people say? Let's see. JT, you say no more beef liver. JT Farms, no more beef liver. Oh no. Yeah, that's right. You were into the beef liver before, man. You were into like intense like meats, man. Chaga, you say Agni is so polite. I don't know if polite is usually a way to this. I mean, I am polite in some sense, but I swear, I feel like if you're polite, you're not swearing. Maybe I'm wrong though. I don't know. Can you be polite and be dropping F-bombs all the time? I just don't know. I don't know the way it works. That's very courteous. Yeah. Chad guy, you say, unfortunately, meat causes your inflammation. Yeah, for autoimmune diseases. Yeah, it can do that, right? I mean, different foods can cause all sorts of inflammation, right? We gotta watch what we. I mean, inflammation sucks, and sugar is a big culprit of that, right? People who are like big into sugar, like they'll get a lot of inflammation. Chad, you say, do you dance to the beat of my own drum? I don't even fucking use a drum. All right, that's how I dance. I don't even use a drum when I dance. I have like so much shit going on in my head that I can't even fucking use a drum. Like I just gotta dance to the sound of the thoughts in my head. that's one of my issues. That's one of my issues. I need to like have a drum in my head, but I have no drum. I have bass, I have guitar, but I never was able to get a drummer in my head. It's kind of an issue. By the way, this is kind of an interesting thing. And for some reason, like most of the drummers that I've met in my life have become heroin addicts. I don't know what it is about drumming and heroin, but it seems like the two go hand in hand. So yeah, you typically, I stay away from drums now. All right. Evelyn, you say, no, you're right. USA is more conservative because of the Bible Belt. Yeah, you're less oriented by Christianity. I mean, we were founded by a bunch of Puritans, right? So we tend to be, not swear. Like if you look at the South, people in the South don't typically swear as much, right? They are more like, there's like, they call it Southern hospitality, right? And in Christian communities, people they're not dropping F-bombs like I do. I mean, that doesn't mean that there aren't Christians that do drop F-bombs, but I feel like people there's like a certain level of Southern hospitality and Southern politeness that has been inspired by Christianity. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but Evelyn, you say we have a way lower crime rate though, and we don't have guns. Yeah, we have a major gun issues in this country. I'm not going to get into this debate. They were actually having this debate in Aristotle's chat recently. I think it started over the recent school shooting in Texas. They were having that debate, should we outlaw guns? This is like one of those big heated debates. Like, if I want to get people worked up, I could talk about, should we outlaw guns in the U.S.? Should we, ban abortions? Should we make, those are like two good subjects, right? Should, ban abortions and, gun laws and, I don't know what else is like really polemical in the U.S., right? There's a lot, Trump or Donald Trump. I could talk about Donald Trump and then everyone will get riled up. This is at the end of the day, this is a meditation stream. I'm trying to be able to unify everyone such that I don't care if you're pro-gun, anti-gun, pro-Trump, anti-Trump, whatever you are. You come to this stream and I love you. That's the fucking gist of what I try to do here. I try to say, I don't give a fuck what you do in the external world. You are the same as me. You are me, and I love you unconditionally because at the core, we are unconditional love. We're the same. It would not make sense for me to hold anything over you, to be upset with you in any given way, because you're me. So this is an all-inclusive place, right? The only exception to that is if someone comes in, with a disruptive mindset who wants to attack people in this chat. I'm going to be very protective over my chat. I love you all. You've all been coming here for a while, a lot of you actually, and I'm going to be protective. If someone comes in, like someone that no one knows comes in and all of a sudden is starting shit with the people in this chat, then I'm going to be protective, and that person might get banned. JT will throw down the hammer too. If someone comes in and is being disrespectful to someone in chat, then JT's going to step in, right? So and she's a channel shaman, right? So you don't mess with JT. You can mess with me, but you can't mess with JT at the end of the day. Let's see. Evelyn, you say we have a saying, only in America. Yeah, right? America's a weird place. I mean, do they still call us the melting pot? I don't know if that's still how they refer to America. We used to be the melting pot, right? Because it was like, oh, people from all over the world are coming in, and we're merging into we're bringing in a bunch of cultures, and we would always be really proud and say that's what gives us our strength. We have people from all over the world, and it does, and I think that's true. But it also creates weird divisions, right? Because you have different tribalistic groups, and when people are intolerant and unaccepting of someone else, right? Then you have weird divisions that arise, right? So that's also an issue. Also, I mean, the fact that our country was basically founded on slavery is a major fucking issue that we're still trying to fix, and I don't know if we ever will. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's all about just here's my policy. Here's what I think we need to do. It's all about mandatory fucking. All right. No more birth control. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a lottery, right? And whoever's name you pick in the lottery, you have to impregnate them, right? And then all culture, all races will be gone. There'll just be one race, and then we're good. And then we're good to go. And then we can hate each other for other reasons. What color clothes you wear, right? Then that can be the new thing, right? We'll institute mandatory fucking by a lottery, right? It'll be purely random, and that's how we'll solve all the race issues in the country. All right. Jacka, yeah, we got to make out of context clips. Dude, there have been some amazing out of context clips. So there was this guy named Hyperdumb who used to come through this channel like about maybe 9 months ago. This dude created he was a genius with creating out of context clips. And you can still look through the archives. There's some there. Because I say a lot of really intense shit, right? So if you're clever enough, you can make some clips. You can find some good stuff to clip. By the way, everyone knows how to clip, right? It's pretty straightforward if you're a viewer. All right, let's see where are we at here. Victor Star, oh, you're vegetarian too. Have been for over 5 years and you feel great, dude. There are a lot of people, man, that have switched over to either being vegetarians or vegans that always tell me how much better they feel. They say I don't know if this is the case with you as well, but they say their system feels cleaner. Like, do you feel like cleaner, like internally? Like, do you feel like I don't know how to describe that other than just saying like a more like efficient, a digestive system. You just feel like more energy. You feel alive. That's one of the benefits to it, right? That's at least what people have been telling me. I tried it once. Now I will say this. So I heard the guy's arguments, right? The philosophy professor that was all anti meat eating, right? And he had some great arguments, super cogent arguments. I heard his arguments, and it inspired me, and I was like, fuck factory farming, fuck supporting the meat industry. I am going to be a vegetarian, right? I'm gonna try this out, and I tried it out for a long time, and I turned into this raging beast. I was not a good person. I was not a good person at all. All I wanted to do was sink my teeth into everything around me, and I was just a total asshole. I was just walking around being a total asshole, and I even doubled down on yoga and meditation and qigong, and it didn't matter. I just couldn't. My energy, it doesn't work well with me. So I had to go back, and then everyone's like, wow, you're being a lot nicer all of a sudden. What's going on? I'm like, I'm eating meat. I'm able to sink my teeth into meat now. So for me personally, but then I know plenty of other people that have done it, and they're like, yeah, I feel way better. So I guess it's very individual, to each person, their own, right? Let's see. Victor, so you say, yes, it is legit that psychopaths are prone to be cruel to animals. Yeah. Yeah, so that is a thing, right? You have the master's, I think, in psychology, or was it a PhD? Oh, yeah, master's in psychology, right? So you'd be someone to ask about that. Yeah, psychopaths are cruel. I mean, it's it takes that's a weird mindset. I've thought about it, what thoughts would have to be going through my head to be to elicit unnecessary cruelty to the animals. I'm not talking about if a lion is trying to get at your throat, and it comes down to you dying or killing the lion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just like a helpless, animal, like a dog or a cat or something. Well, I mean, some dogs aren't really helpless, but you know what I mean? Like just an animal that's just minding its own business. It's to go off and attack that animal. You gotta have some weird, you have to have a weird foundational belief set, right? Think about what's got to be going on in your head to want to do that, right? Who knows, right? Or maybe it's just some kind of crazy chemical imbalance. And it's what if you have such a crazy chemical imbalance that is causing that? It's probably both. People are always like, oh, is it nature or is it nurture? And at the end of the day, it's almost always both. It's almost always nature and nurture when you get in that kind of debate. Chad guy, you say, if you sacrifice freedom for security, you deserve neither. Benjamin Franklin. By the way, neither. I said neither that time. I've said neither my whole life. For some reason, I said neither there. I think they're both acceptable. I don't know why I chose to say neither there. If you sacrifice freedom for security, you deserve neither. Ben Franklin. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the thing. But how much freedom? But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Chad. Here's the argument. How much freedom do you have? Do you have the freedom? Should you be allowed the freedom to go and drop an atomic bomb? On someone, right? On a city, let's say I was Elon Musk. Let's say I was Elon Musk. Should he have the right? Should it be legal for him? Should he have the freedom to be able to literally drop atomic bombs on every major city in the world? Right? Now all of a sudden our freedom it's I don't know about that, right? I mean, do you what if you had the freedom to push one button and destroy all life on the planet? Should you be allowed to have that freedom? Or should you be allowed to have the freedom to go and punch people in the face, right? I mean, it's crazy, right? When you think about it from that perspective. Now in lesser extents, like, should you have the freedom to, like, eat with the foods you want? Well, then, yeah, there you go. It's different. So it's like a spectrum of things, right? It's just, I'm just trying to make the point that it's not clear cut black and white, right? It's going to be different depending on what the object we're talking about is. All right. Chega, you say, can JT mess with you? She could. She has the power to time you out or even ban you. But you've never done anything over the line. You've never done anything over the line. So you're always all right. If you only knew. Yeah. Evelyn, you say you love all your American friends. All right, good. Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for the whole country. I mean, obviously, you have some people that are good and some people that are messed up, But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good people in America, and there's a lot of psychopaths too. But I'm sure that's probably true with every country. Tiaga, you say you actually believe in the right to self-defense. The world's too violent for a gun-free world. I mean, that's one take. That's a legit take, right? And then some people would say, but if there were no guns, then we wouldn't be violent. And then some people would say, but if there were no guns, there would just be other things. People would just go stab other people. But then some people say, but it's easier with a gun because you're not close up to the person, right? It's more, like, psychologically speaking, it's more difficult to, like, people are more resistant to going and, like, murdering someone with their bare hands, right? Like, if you had to murder someone with your bare hands, that's a lot more brutal than, like, just sniping someone from across the park, right? So it's like, and plus, think about it. If you have, like, an assault rifle or a machine gun, you could probably mow down more people, right, than you could if you just had a knife, right? But that's not to say in every case it's like that. But yeah, these are all the questions that arise. I try to just not really, take a strong view on all that stuff. But, like, I don't think, like, I don't think people should be allowed to have atomic bombs. I mean, if you think people should be allowed to have atomic bombs, right? I mean, that's kind of fucked up, right? Because that's, like, a little too much. Because then that person literally could, murder, like, a lot of people, like the whole world if they had enough money, right? All right, Evelyn, you say tomato. You say tomato, right? Yeah, absolutely. Plus, vehicles are a violent weapon too. Absolutely. Hey, Victor Sor, are you still around? Do you want to do that chess? I agreed to the chess game with you earlier. If you're still around, we'll do it. Otherwise, I'll just hop in and do another puzzle rush. We got to do some meditation too, and we gotta get into the book, right? We got to get into the Sevenfold Journey. It's gotta be. We have a lot of stuff to do today, and we're sitting around talking. I don't know. I always feel like there's got to be, like, some order in which we do things, but that's not true. I mean, this is a stream, right? That we're all part of the stream. If people want me to play Wordle, anyone want me to play Wordle? I'll do some Wordle right now. I'll throw down a Wordle. I'm pretty good. JT, you say talking is good. Yeah, talking is good, right? All right. Looks like Victor, sorry, you have not responded. I think I will. I think I'm going to do a load up a puzzle rush then. Let's do a puzzle rush, and we'll let's just do a puzzle rush. Dude, my commentary sometimes is really messed up. All right, now can I beat 23? So now it starts getting really tough because I'm all the way up to 23. Okay, take a couple breaths. Here we go. Let's see what I can get here. All right, win the queen. I guess take. All right, cool. Skewer. Smothered mate. Checkmate in 3, 2, 3. Beautiful. Checkmate in 1. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like this one. That's a cool one. All right. Then we have this. Check. Mate. And we have this. Mate in 1. And then we have, what do we got here? Oh, this is cool. It's a deflection. That's called a deflection, when you remove a piece from another one. All right, so we got this, and then this mate. By the way, everyone should check out chess. Anyone who has not played chess, you should check it out. And once you learn the basics, I will give you free lessons on here if you're interested. Free chess lessons for those who are interested. And if you're not interested, I'll give you a free lesson anyway if you're not interested. All right. God, I've been getting really absurd lately. Those of you who've been watching the stream for a long time might witness that I've been getting a lot more absurd recently. All right, I guess we're doing that. What's the deal here? What is the dealio? Oh, this. Oh, no, I'm in check. Take the piece, Agni. Take the piece. You're in check. All right. Why is this one tough? I guess this. Oh, sneaky. Very, very sneaky there. All right. See, they start getting harder now. What is this? The deal? And then I guess. Oh, I'm gonna pick off the knight. Look at that. A fork, win the knight, and then win the queen at the end of that. All right, we are getting real sneaky. All right, so you got to sack the rook, bring the queen up with check, and then mate. A lot going on here tonight. A lot going on. We're gonna, I guess, this, and then win the rook. All right. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, that one was tough. I don't know what was going on with that one. I should be reviewing, and then I just fall apart. All right, let's not fall apart. One more and I lose if I mess this up. So I gotta try to not lose this. There we go. Win the queen, and then what is the problem here? What's my next move? Why is this being so ridiculous? And I got to spend the time here. Oh. Come on, what is the move? This? Oh, man, 5 seconds left. Come on, Agni. All right, well, whatever. That was Puzzle Rush. All right. It was okay. Hey, Chad Guy, you subscribed 4 months in a row, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, dude. It's always, I'm grateful for anyone who supports the stream. Much appreciated. Oh, JT gifted a sub. No, JT gifted a sub. She gifted a sub to Chad Guy. Super awesome. Thank you, JT. All right. Much appreciated. Wow, we got some good gifting going on these days. All right. Where are we at in chat? Chad Guy, you say you just watched the UFO hearing and you demanded more. Yeah, I don't know much about UFOs. So my ex-girlfriend, who I dated for 8 years, was super big into UFOs. Like, she would go to UFO conventions. She's done some paranormal streams and things like that. But I don't know anything about UFOs. My personal opinion is that there's probably nothing out there, nothing that we've encountered. But I could be totally ignorant, right? I mean, and I'll admit my ignorance. We live in a state where we have very little knowledge about the universe, about the phenomenal world. But can't do the distinction between the phenomenal and the noumenal realms, right? And we live in a state where we don't have a lot of knowledge. So who knows what's out there, right? But it is possible. I'm definitely going to say it's metaphysically possible. Feels like the government is hiding a lot. I'm sure the government is definitely hiding some things. The question is, is what? How far do you take it, right? There's a lot of conspiracy theory people, right? I mean, that believe really, intense stuff. Okay, so I do this island trip every year. We have another island trip coming up September 9th through 11th. And what happens is I know a guy who owns a 15-acre island on the Rock River in Byron, Illinois. So I rent it out from him 1 or 2 weekends a year, and a bunch of friends and I all come to this island and we camp out and we party and just have a good time. And I run meditation groups. We do yoga. We create this huge effigy and burn it, right? But anyways, where I'm going with this is that the guy who lives there right on the river, who does island transport, he'll haul our stuff in the boat, bring it to the island, and then come pick us up, drop us off, all that stuff. He believes that the government moves the moon. He believes the moon, that the fucking big rock out that we see up in the sky does not exist. He thinks that it doesn't exist. That the government actually has a Batman-like projector that they shine up in the sky, and then they turn it over the course of the day or the night, and then that's why the moon moves. How far do you want to take it? That's a pretty intense thing to believe, right? That's a pretty intense belief to hold. And he'll fight you tooth and nail. And his reasoning for it is because he said one day the moon was not where it was supposed to be in the sky. And I'm like, dude, Mike, why? there's a million reasons, why it could have appeared to be in a different place, right? There could have some kind of, phenomenon, right? There could have been some weird, astrological event going on, right? You're directing light in a different way. Like maybe he, maybe you were on drugs at the time. He's done a lot of drugs. So like, but he'll fight you tooth and nail. He believes the government moves the moon. So like, I mean, now when someone says something like that, I feel like that's too far of a stretch. Like I really want to say the government does not move the moon, especially because like what incentive, what motivation do they have for moving the moon across the sky? And I asked him that. I said, Mike, so why would the government move the moon? Like what do you gain from that? From like faking, from putting on this like facade that there's like this actually this moon there, but it's actually not real. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, why? It just seems a little too far off, man. All right, where are we at here? Evelyn, you say Agni, you're going out now. See you next time, Evelyn. Great that you stopped by. Everyone, drop Evelyn a follow. Check her out when you can. Chad guy, you say you don't have cool emotes. Forgive you, please. Okay, well, JT gifted you the subscription, so now you do. Now you do have the cool emotes. You got the awesome emotes going right now. Christy, you say, but you don't know the basics. You can play checkers good though. Yeah. You got to learn the basics. If you learn if you know how all the pieces move. And in castling, I can work with you. But until and I'll give you lessons. I normally charge $60 a lesson, so I'm giving free lessons here on Twitch. This is a good deal, right? You can't get any better than that. Free lessons, so but that's just how it goes here. All right. And one sluggy, you say the moon is made out of cheese. I think you're right. And I think we're about ready for some meditation. You all up for some meditation? Y'all ready for meditation? I got to work on my y'all. I'm from Chicago, so we don't say y'all here, but a lot of my friends, like Grace Yoga has inspired me a lot in many ways, and she says y'all. And I figure like if Grace Yoga is going to say y'all, I should be able to say y'all. All right. So we always come out really intense. I have a lot of energy, and we're exploring things in the phenomenal world. And then we slow things down and go to a place of peace and joy in our hearts. I have a Buddhist chant that I'm going to play, but I need a little help from the chat. So when I plug my headphones in, there's a little weird noise that's been disturbing some people. But when I play the Amitabha Buddhist chant, typically it sounds like we can't hear it. So we're gonna try it out. So right now some of you will be able to hear this noise, right? Those of you who are listening on headphones, I think, can all hear it. I think that's the deal. If you're listening on headphones, you can hear it. But if you're not listening on headphones, you can't hear it. So let's go to the Buddhist chant. Yeah. So JT, you say you can hear the buzzing. Yes. All right. Let's go. Let me load up the Buddhist chant. All right, for me, it sounds okay now when the Buddhist chant is going. How does my voice sound? Can you hear me, or is the Buddhist chant overpowering me, or can you still hear the buzzing and you don't want me to have the buzzing? No, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. So with the Buddhist chant, is the buzzing too much? Oh, you can't hear chant. Herbert, you can't hear the chant? I got the chant playing right now. Hold on. It's the Amitabha. Yeah, it's low. All right, so let me run the poll all right, hold on. Let me stop running the poll right now. We got to figure this out. Okay, it's very low for you. Wait, JT, you say no, it's not low. Maybe this is just a matter of how you're listening to it, like whether you're listening to it on headphones or not. I mean, okay, first of all, can you all hear the buzzing sound right now with the Buddhist chant? The buzzing is tolerable. All right. I mean, for me with headphones, it sounds like I can hear the chant. Maybe we'll stick with this, and you can always just turn up your speakers if you want. I don't want the chant to overpower my voice, though. So here's how I'm going to be talking. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. JT and everyone, could you guys hear my voice over the Buddhist chant there, or was that? Could you not hear my voice? Well, what do you all think? What do y'all think? That's what you should say. What do y'all think? The voice, okay, good. If the voice is coming through good, then yeah, at the end of the day, if you can't hear the Buddhist chant, you can turn up your speakers, or it's not the end of the world. For you, voice is high. The voice is high and the chant is low. All right. Well, I guess it depends on how we're working it. I will be talking softer though during the meditation. It's fine, no worries. Okay, good. Okay, let's begin. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a seated position that is comfortable for you. And take a few slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out, slowly lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body. and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds move through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together, merging into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds move through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist for a while in conscious awareness, before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Focus on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky, eventually disappearing over the horizon. And gently return your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Focus on your breath count. As thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing from your sight. And return your focus to your breath. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky, eventually disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds your love. Allow yourself to experience the perfect peace that resides here. And the joy which accompanies it. For here, in this place of absolute monism, we feel our connection with all of creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eyesight. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not judge them. Let them go and return to your breath. Feeling the peace and love bubbling up within you. The perfect joy and oneness that you deserve. Focus on your breath count. On your next breath, travel all the way down to your center. Feeling the perfect oneness at that location. In this place, thoughts of any kind cannot enter. For this place knows of no separation nor division. This location knows only of love. And it flows endlessly here from the source of all creation. Feel the perfect peace and oneness that reside here. Honing in on the center point of your love. Sitting quietly, observing your center points. In peace does all enter. Focusing on your center points. When you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center points, you remember your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. Spreading love and light to all those whom you encounter. At your center point, you feel perfect peace from the source of creation. And the eternal love that accompanies that peace. Conflict and strife of any kind is incompatible with your center. For what is filled to the brim with love can contain nothing else. You are that love. And you flow eternally from the source of all creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Focus on your breath count. Within time, there is the ego mind. And the ego mind is in direct opposition to the source of all creation. The source of all creation is eternal. And is not bound by the laws of time and space. As long as time and space exist, so shall the ego. But from the context of eternity, the ego is no more. For space-time and the dualistic framework that accompanies it only lasted for a brief moment. Eternal love reigns supreme forever. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Focus on your breath count. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Slowly open your eyes, returning to the present moment. Bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for meditating here with me. I am truly honored and humbled to be here as your meditation guide. I hope you all feel more love and light in your lives, and I hope you feel more peaceful and centered than you did prior to the meditation. I feel a lot more peaceful than I did before. How was that for everyone? I need to get up and stretch, to be honest. Oh, I need to stretch a little bit. Oh, man. Oh. Feels good to just move the body a little bit. Oh, yeah. Just flow. Wake up the muscles and joints. Let the blood flow through your body. Just little movements like this can help so much. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for following Healer Rose. Welcome to the community. Much appreciated. My name is Agni James, and I stream primarily guided meditations on Twitch. I've been doing this for a little over a year, 14 months. I also have a master's in analytic philosophy, and I stream philosophy discussions and philosophy talks, primarily focusing on philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, and metaphysics. And I'm also a chess instructor, so I do chess streams as well. I'm branching out into a lot of different stuff, actually. I'm going to be streaming Spider Solitaire, Doom Eternal, and we started going through the Sevenfold Journey last time, reclaiming mind, body, and spirit through the chakras. This is the book that my chakra balancing group used to cleanse our chakras a few years ago. So that it was a great experience. We went through, did the lesson. So last stream we read from the book, and I did the first lesson with everyone, and it was good. It was peaceful. I felt a little more rooted and grounded after that. JT, you enjoyed it. Excellent. I'm glad you felt good during that stream. Yeah. Oh, Healer Rose. Hey, you say you're glad you're continuing your stream. Oh, you're glad I'm continuing your streams. You just changed your name. Oh, Coral Hug. Wow, it's been a while, Coral Hug. How is it going, friend? Coral, you're OG. You're one of my OGs. You're one of the originals that was here. It's so good to see you, Coral. I've been wondering what happened to you. You fell off the face of the earth. From my perspective. I was actually thinking about you the other day. Good to see you, Coral Hug. Healer Rose is Coral Hug. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, Coral Hug. Everyone out there, Coral Hug is a friend, definitely a friend of the chat. Super wonderful, kind, authentic human being. Coral Hug. All right. You did a lot in your life changes, so you had to focus on it. Yeah, that's how it goes, right? People pop in and out. Like I'll have someone that will be coming very on a very consistent basis, and then they'll just be gone, and then they'll be gone for months, and then sometimes they'll pop back up later. Cool. It's good to have you back. I hope your life changes were positive. Healer Rose. That's a good name though, Healer Rose. Yeah, you have the good names. Coral Hug is a great name, and Healer Rose is a great name as well. Wonderful. Coral Hug, do you stream anymore? I remember you were streaming Final Fantasy, right, and some other stuff. I wonder if you're still streaming. Are you streaming under the Healer Rose name? K-Rob, hey. Christy, you said that was great. Been a super stressful week and just what you needed. Serious. I am so happy. That you benefited from it. In fact, when we go camping, if you want, I can run a guided meditation at some point during that time. K-Rob and I and a couple other friends are going camping actually. Two Sundays or one Sunday from tomorrow. Yeah, a week from tomorrow. I don't know why that was so hard to say. A week from tomorrow, we're going camping, Sunday and Monday. So it should be good. It's out in nature, around trees and forested area. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene, beautiful place to be. So we're all really excited about that. Wisnik and Wisnik, you're another one who's got the two names. You got two names. Wisnik, otherwise known as One Sluggy, is also a streamer on Twitch. Check him out. Drop him a follow. I think I already gave you a shout out earlier, but super awesome dude. He always brings a smile. Whenever I see him enter the chat, I smile. That's literally the effect that he has on me. So it's good. It's good to have him around, man. He definitely keeps things better in the chat. Healer Rose, you say thank you. You always love your compliments. Yes, you stream, but more casually now. Okay, all right. You're still exploring what you want to do stream wise. Okay. Which name do you stream under? Do you stream under Coral Hug or do you stream under Healer Rose? K Rob, you say that's awesome. Yeah, we'll do a meditation out in nature. Nature meditations are the best. Okay, well then here, this one. All right, well we're gonna give you a shout out under your new name, Healer Rose. And before I forget, I'm gonna actually add an automatic shout out to you, such that when you say something in chat, it will give you an automatic shout out. I don't like to wait too long to do this. I just like getting it out of the way, and then I don't have to worry about it. So we'll give you a automatic shout out. Healer Rose. Okay, there you are. Control C, Control V, and we have to do shout out Healer Rose. Okay, all right. We should be good now. You should be all good for automatic shout outs in the future. Wonderful. All right. You say you don't have to. LL, so much pressure. No pressure at all. I just threw it in Streamlabs chatbot. It's just really easy, and then that way, it always is taken care of, right? I like to always give my streamers automatic shout outs when I can. It's just easy. Yeah, there you go. See, it just popped up right there. You say you're way too kind, my friend. You're kind. You're a kind human being, and this is a place of kindness. Even though I am branching out into more aggressive things like Doom Eternal. It's like I'm the philosophy meditation streamer that also does war games like chess and Doom Eternal. So but yeah, we like to keep things good here. Okay, so I think we're going to try something new. I really want to get up and do a little more stretching. I want to take a bathroom break. So let's take a 5-minute break. I'll put the be right back screen on, and we're going to do a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back after that. And I'd say, how about we hit up the Sevenfold Journey? We can go into this, and we can read a little bit more from that. All right, Healer Rose, you say right. You get that. You need your competitive side alive. Yeah. I mean, it's okay to have a competitive side and a relaxing side. Hey, Aristotle with the big raid. Awesome, man. Super appreciative. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James. I stream primarily guided meditations here on Twitch. Hey, Anfernal, how you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. Anfernal is also a streamer. All right, we're going to have to be giving out a lot of shout-outs. I stream primarily guided meditations. I also have a master's in analytic philosophy, and I stream, my focus is philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, and metaphysics, so I like to do those discussions. And I also stream chess because I'm a chess instructor, and I'm branching out into other stuff such as Doom Eternal. I love that game. It's a lot of fun. And I also like Spider Solitaire. And we've been going through this book, which is called The Sevenfold Journey, Reclaiming Mind, Body, and Spirit Through the Chakras. I used this book when I was in a chakra balancing group years back, and it definitely, we go through each chakra from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, and it definitely helps to clear your chakras, right? Hello, everyone. All right, and those of you who don't know, Aristotle is an incredible dude here. Let's give him a big shout out. I don't think it did. Okay, there we go. We got the shout out for Aristotle. Super awesome streamer here on Twitch. He's got a PhD. I got this little master's degree. This guy's walking around with a PhD wang. Aristotle's got the PhD wang. I got the little master's wang, the master's degree wang, right? So check out Aristotle. He is an amazing PhD of philosophy, a super awesome dude. And they don't just talk philosophy. They talk all sorts of stuff, and he's a really bright guy. He's a teacher. He's a college professor.
And he gets it. He's into metal too, which is cool. He's like me. We're into metal and like a lot of like rough and tumble stuff, and then we're also into like peace and love. Like Aristotle cares about loving people, which is great, because like there's a lot of people in the world that don't. He's just a really nice guy. All right, so I missed some stuff in chat. Oh, and then Ann Fernal. All right, big shout out to Ann Fernal. She's another streamer here on Twitch. Super awesome, friendly, kind human being. Definitely check out Ann Fernal. Drop her follow. She does crafting. She does gaming streams. She's like a variety streamer. And I always forget. I think it's like some kind of sociology or something like that. You have your master's in something urban. It was urban sociology, urban something. I don't know. I don't know I can't keep track of everyone. So I can just blame it on that, right? But yeah, definitely check out Ann Fernal. And I don't know if I have an automatic shout out in here for you, Ann. Do I? No, I don't. So I'm going to have to give you an automatic. I'm going to have to enter that in Streamlabs. So I'll do that. I'll do that later because I already wasted time earlier doing that. So actually, no, fuck it. What do you say? You do it right away, right? That's the way to do it. Let's just do it right away. All right, we're not messing around today. We're gonna get everything in order as quickly as possible. So I'm adding you into automatic shout outs so we won't have to mess around in the future. And I spelled your name with two E's there. That would have been a mistake. Would have been a mess. I don't like messes. I'm a very ordered guy, but I've been getting very messy. I've gotten more messy over my last few years, and it's really disconcerting to say the least, especially from the standpoint of a chess player. So definitely check out Ann Fernal. I think I gave you the shout out. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's see. Bachelor's in sociology and master's in poli-sci with an interest in urban sociology. That's right, an interest in urban sociology, which is really cool. And where are you from? Like, was it South America? Somewhere in South America, I think you said. So you have like a totally unique perspective on everything, right? Like I'm from America, like we're all just a bunch of idiots here that are just lucky if we can make it to work and not end up driving into trees. You're from like a place with a lot more like genuine like nature and just real life. I feel like we're a lot more fake here in America. All right. Let's see. But you like to sew and drink cola. Yeah, I'm not big into the cola. I'm gonna have to argue. I'm gonna have to push back. In philosophy, we like to say this. I'd like to push back a little bit on you here. That's how we say it. That's basically another way. In some fields, you're like, fuck off, asshole. Like, here's what I'm gonna do. In philosophy, we're like, let me push back on you a little bit on this, right? That's how we do it. That's our terminology, right? Yeah. Cola sucks. You don't drink cola. That's no good. And Aristotle and I got into this last time. I know it's predicates of personal taste, right? And there's this whole disagreement thing surrounding, whether if you say cola is yummy and I say cola is not yummy, right? But I don't know. I still think cola is objectively terrible. Hey, so Lumpy Dragon Potato, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for supporting the stream. Much appreciated. A potato brain left the building. Time for bed. All right. Well, hey, great. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you showed up and enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your sleep. Oh, Ecuador. Nice. All right. Cool. You're from I consider that like a legit country, right? Who else is here? Viper's Gratitude. All sorts of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Vipers. I didn't even get to acknowledging you quick, man. I hope you're not crying. Are you crying, Vipers? I don't want to make you cry. I didn't acknowledge you quickly. I hope you're not. Like, I do enough crying for the both of us. I'm crying all the time. I have to cry myself to sleep at night. So I hope you're okay. The thing about unique perspectives is everyone has one. Yeah, I guess that's the case. Unless we're all one, unless we're all the same identical person, and then that, I guess our language would be messed up then, right? I don't even know what we're talking about here. All right. So where are we at? I think it's time for a chess puzzle rush. We got to get things back on track here. We're gonna do some chess, a quick chess puzzle rush. It's 3 minutes. Let's load it up here. It's 3 minutes, and the idea is I have to solve as many puzzles as I can in 3 minutes. And most of them are like checkmate puzzles, like checkmate in 1, 2, or 3, or 4 even. There's a win material puzzle, so like I can win a queen or rook, right? There are promotion puzzles where like I can promote to a queen, or something like that, right? So I have to solve as many as I possibly can in 3 minutes. Aristotle, okay, you bring up a good point. My goal score. So I just reached my highest score ever yesterday. I got 27. That's my highest. But I was super focused. I was honed in, and I wasn't streaming. All right. So I got my highest. My record is 27. I got I think 24. JT, did I get a 24 earlier today? I got a 24 streaming earlier today. I like to be at least around. Okay, I'm pretty worked up, but I did just meditate. Meditating kind of messes with my chest a little. So I'd like to get at least like. It would be good to get like 22 or higher. Let's like shoot for a 22 or higher right now. All right. K-Rob, you say about to go into a heavy conversation with a friend. Sure enjoyed this. You may be back. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, K-Rob. And we'll be camping. K-Rob and I are going camping one week from tomorrow. So it's going to be great. All right. Here we go. We are going to do this. Puzzle Rush. Can I get 22 or higher? All right, let's do this. This is going to be a Chicago-style Puzzle Rush, too, by the way. This is how we do it. We do it in Chicago-style Puzzle Rush. Here we go. This is God's game. God's game. God likes chess. All right, ready? Let's do this. All right, get my game face on. Check, mate. There's 1, mate. There's 2. Wait, check? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm in check. What? Come on. I'm in check here. What am I doing? I gotta get out of check. Mouse slips all over the place. All right, mate. There we go. All right, mate. There we go. Nice checkmates in 1. They're quick, efficient, beautiful. All right. Ooh, this is the rook. Yep. There we go. This. Oh no, wait. What's the deal here? Oh, white to move. I always mess up with that. It's like I forget like who's supposed to be moving. Oh, I'm in check. Come on, get out of check. What am I doing here? And then we have. This. And then we have this. Skewer the rook and win the rook. All right, beautiful. Fork, win the rook. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, take advantage of the pin. Smothered mate. Beautiful. Check, check. Mate. Beautiful. A lot of beautiful things occurring right now. I guess we're gonna win the queen. Is this the right path? This looks a little weird. It was right. It was right. All right. I guess. Ooh, this one's tricky. This one is sneaky. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, mate. All right, check, mate. Remove the defender. It's a great way to win chess. There's that. There's that. And then take and then push. Run all the way to victory lane. All right, there we go. Check, check, mate. Beautiful. Discovered checks. Ooh, win the queen. Yeah, look at that. I'll take a queen any day of the week. All right. I guess that. And then, all right, you want to check me? There you go. All right, fine. All right, we got this check and then mate. Pretty. No. What's the sitch here? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a tough one. And sometimes they're not easy, right? Sometimes in life things aren't easy. There we go. I think it's just a matter of. Oh, we gotta wait. How do we do this? This one is fucking tough. It's white to move. That is, I can't hear the goddamn sound. Wait, white to move. All right, what the fuck is the deal here? This? I don't even know. Oh, I was going that way. I don't even know which way I'm going here because it's white to move. Jesus Christ, this is getting rough now. All of a sudden, life just got real messy. Now let's see. Oh, win a piece. All right, there we go. That's good. I'll win the piece any day of the week. Now this is cool. Sack the queen. Get the mate. You always sack the queen for the mate. These are the things you got to kind of. That was a mess. All right, there we go. Is this good dialogue? I'm just like like come on. What's the issue here? I'm not seeing this one. I got 4 seconds. All right. 24. We did it. We got 24. All right. I wanted to get to 22. So we got 24. So that's better. That's better than I anticipated. When I'm streaming I should put my headphones in from now on when I do that so I can actually hear the noises. And I also got to remember whether it's white or black to move. Apparently that's like a pretty important thing. All All right. And Fernley says, you damn hippies. We're all hippies here. We gotta. And you're ready. You're ready to do some chakra balancing with me. Come on, let's do this. Are you ready? We're gonna balance your chakras, get everything in alignment, and then you're not gonna be calling me a hippie. Let's see. Healer Rose, you say you're so impressed right now. Yeah, I mean it's a good. Chess is my game. It's my favorite game, right? So I put a lot of time into it. 24 is not a bad score. It's a legit score. Like, there's a lot of people in the world that cannot get 24 on Puzzle Rush, right? Yeah, chess is my game. I literally teach it for a living. JT, not bad. Yeah. Hey, I'm getting the floppy Jim clap from Aristotle. All right, I'm getting a clap. I don't wait. It's better to get a clap than to get the clap. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm not 100% sure, but like, I've never had the clap. Has anyone in here had the clap? like what even is the clap? What is the clap? Like, does that's like a venereal disease, right? Wait, people don't even say venereal disease. It's an STD. Do people even say STDs anymore? Or do we have like a more politically correct term for STDs? Are they just like friends that hang out with us near our genitals? Everything is getting very, very politically correct these days. Like, I think like STD is probably going to offend people. By the way, if anyone takes offense to anything I say, you're just going to have to deal with it. I speak my mind, and I'm not always very politically correct. And if STD offends anyone, if the word STD, not the word, but if the phrase STD affects anyone and offends them, then so be it. You're just going to have to toughen up. Oh, by the way, I have an awesome story I want to tell. I have an awesome story I want to tell. But first, let's get to what people are saying in chat. And Fernley, you say you're totally kidding. Hippies are. It's like, how can you hate hippies? This has always been like my thing. Like, how can you really like have like anger and resentment towards hippies? Like what do? They spread love, and they're trying to like be nice. They're going to go meditate. They're going to do yoga. I mean, I guess you might not like. They had the one knock against them that I could see is like, maybe, you know, sometimes the cleanliness is a little bit of an issue, right? You know, but like, I've met a lot of hippies that are very clean too, right? That, I mean, they're not clean like me because I take like 4 showers a day and I'm OCD and, you know, I'm neurotic about it. But they're clean like, you know, most people in the world. But yeah, how can you get mad at hippies? It always blows my mind. All right, Healer Rose, you say the fact that you know exactly what is happening on the board the moment it changes is astounding. I mean, it's pattern recognition. If you're good at pattern recognition, you can play chess. And if you play chess a ton, you just pick it up quicker. You have to see what's going on real quick and make decisions accordingly. And I played some speed chess here earlier. I played a 3-minute chess game where I had to make all my moves within 3 minutes. If I run out of time, I lose the game. So like I play speed chess, but I'm not nearly as good at lower time controls as I am with like, you know, like 4-hour time controls and things like that. All right, Aristotle, you say STI, sexually transmitted infection. All right, so that's what we say now instead of diseases. We call them infections. STIs, STDs are the common ones. Okay, so is it like STDs is the genus? And STIs are the genus and STDs are the species of that genus? Is that the situation here? Aristotle, you say you don't have enough sex to get the clap, but you have friends who have gotten it, even friends who needed 2 rounds of antibiotics to boot it. Oh, okay, so it's bacterial. That means the clap is a bacterial infection if antibiotics are going to work against it. Antibiotics don't work against viruses. So okay, you've had friends who've gotten it. And who needed 2 rounds. So that's interesting. Yeah, you don't have enough sex for the clap. I mean, I guess you could get it on having sex once, right? You just got to find the right person. Aristotle, just find the right person, and I'm sure you can get the clap. It's kind of a funny name, though, by the way. I know it's like a horrific thing, like if you got it, and I know if I got it, I probably wouldn't think it was funny, right? I'd be like, this is like the worst thing ever, and I would be freaking out. But like, you know, it's one of those things where it's funny if it's not happening to you, right? I'm just kidding. I feel, by the way, if you've gotten the clap, I am sorry. I feel bad. It's just, when I think of the clap, though, it's like, I feel like it seems ridiculous to call it the clap. I don't know. All right. Ann Fernley, you say you're not one yourself, but I got plenty of friends. Oh, who've had the clap. Yeah. What's the actual term for the clap? There's got to be like an actual scientific term for it. I can't imagine some scientists just being like, hey, let's call this let's call this disease. Let's see. We need a scientific name. How about the clap? And then we'll clap for everyone who gets it. It's like, hey, you come into the doctor's office. That would be fucked up. Imagine like if all the doctors, all the medical doctors in the world got together and they were like, hey, whenever someone comes in now with this disease, we're just going to start clapping. We're just going to start clapping once we've done the test, and we're going to be like, you got the clap. And that's how they handled it. And then they just said, go on your merry way. And they clapped, and the person had to walk out and just fend for themselves, right? Like, that would be a pretty interesting phenomenon, right? Typically, the medical establishment doesn't work that way, but it would be interesting, right? It's never been done before. All right. Aristotle, you say... hippies are sometimes rich kids who play being loving, but then they vote Republican or don't do anything to organize. Those kind are shitty. Yeah, I mean, you never know. You get all types, right? Within every group of people, you get types like that. But let's see, rich kids who play being loving, but then they vote Republican, or they don't do anything to organize. Yeah, I have met over the years. I have met some like that, right? Some that they like the persona, right? They're posers. They're kind of like posers, right? They're do people still use that term? Is the word poser still used, or is that like is that considered offensive these days? I don't know what the hell's offensive. But yeah, there still are I've definitely met some posers in the hippie community. But the majority are not. And then typically, if you go to like the more in-depth events, there's fewer posers, right? Like the ones like they have this workshop near my house where they have a 10-day it's like a meditation retreat where you can't talk for 10 days. It's pretty amazing, actually. And the people that go to that typically are not posers, because I mean, that's a big commitment. Imagine going 10 days with a vow of silence, right? Pretty wild. And so, in fact, one of the people that comes to this chat frequently has gone to that. So keep that in mind, Danny John. All right. And Fernal, you say infections are like bacteria or funguses, you think. Diseases have no cure and would be more degenerative, so both are used. Okay. No, hippie friends, yeah. The change in topics is fast. I'm all over the place, absolutely. I go from chess to chakra balancing, to guided meditations, to talking about philosophy of mind. I mean, we like to go all over the place. Aristotle, you said the clap is mostly curable. It might ruin a week or two, but you'll likely be okay thanks to antibiotics. Oh, the clap is gonorrhea. All right. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. The clap is gonorrhea. Yeah, okay. That's a curable one. Yeah, that's because it's bacterial, right? Or fungal or something, right? Okay, cool. Aristotle, you say hippies with misaligned chakras and a love for Burger King Whoppers. Yeah, the posers, right? The poser hippies. Fungi, thank you. You're stoned and tired, LL. Yeah, no worries. By the way, I've gotten really good at mispronouncing everything, like over the last like 5 years. Like when I was in my analytic philosophy program, my language use was precise. I was talking like a rock star philosopher. Now, like I'm lucky if I can say like the word beef without mispronouncing it. I don't know why I thought of beef there. We were talking about animal rights earlier and factory farming. It was kind of a cool, little philosophical excursion we went off on. We were talking about the horrific nature of factory farming, and one of the philosophy professors at my school, who's like a huge champion for like for animals and animal rights, and has been trying to tear down factory farms his whole life because of all the atrocities that are commit there. And like he got like a third of my my class to turn vegetarian because his argument was so cogent against factory farming. He's just spent his whole career doing it. It's pretty awesome. I think like he got a third of the staff too, or maybe half the staff to become vegan or vegetarian also. Let's see. Healer Rose, you say Burger King. You're going to watch Bob's Burgers movie, maybe, and you'll go have that with your boyfriend. Thanks for the best friend. Thanks for the idea. Yeah, I mean, that's how we do it. And Aristotle wants a hot dog. All right, we got hot dogs being wanted. We got hot dogs that are being desired, right? Belief, desire, base pairs. I'm thinking about now for some reason. All right, what else are we going to do? Let's should we hit up this? Let's take some votes. Should we hit up the chakra balancing book? Should we do I don't know, some more chess? I could play a game. I could play a chess game. I could do a spider solitaire. We could go into Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, I mean, it's a big switch, right? We went from just this peace and love and Zen state to like going off and killing everything around us, right? That's like a really big shift, right? So that's something we could do. So what do you all want to do? Book. Healer Rose wants the book. All right, cool. And Aristotle, you say the arguments for vegetarian is airtight. Yeah. The minimal conclusion is reductionism, or cutting back the amount of meat you eat. I mean, yeah, and I've said this before. Like, I tried it. I literally tried being a vegetarian. I gave it 6 months, and I tried all different types of food. I tried all this stuff because I don't want to eat animals. I was like, man, this is promoting factory farming. This is not great, right? I was a fucking asshole. It turned me into I just felt like I needed to go around and and rape and pillage and plunder. That's like all that was on my mind. I was like a terrible person. I mean, of course, not literally in the literal sense, right? But like in the figurative sense, right? I wanted to go around and sink my teeth into everything. I just felt like a carnivorous, like crazy intense like being. I couldn't handle it. And everyone's like, dude, you're such a hostile asshole. Chill out. And I'm like, I can't. I need meat. I need fucking meat. I was like this psychopath. So then the second I started eating meat, I'm only like 50% as much of a psychopath now. So it's good. It worked out for me. But anyone who can handle being a vegetarian, go for it. It's totally the way. I mean, morally, it's right. But at the same time, if I'm gonna end up going off and like pissing off the whole world and getting people to hate me, then maybe if you do a cost benefit analysis, maybe it's better for me personally to be able to eat meat. Healer Rose, you say you'd be fine with whatever though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll do the book. Maybe we'll do the book. I mean, I'm leaning towards that right now. Aristotle, you say it's brutal, man. Oddly, you notice a huge mood change. Yeah. Oh, have you been doing it? Are you a vegetarian? Are you a vegetarian now? Yeah. I mean, is that even the context that we're talking about right now? Like, that's the thing. You miss something in chat and you're trying to piece together the context. You never know. Like, you could be talking about like 10 different things here, right? Remember, it's a context, content, a base pair, right? That's gonna drive meaning. That was the old school philosophy of language take, right? And then you throw another thing like demonstratives and indexicals, right? Oh, we got to get these indexicals in, right? Those of you who don't know, an indexical is something that, or a demonstrative is something that requires a pointing gesture. So like if I point, that it requires a pointing gesture to fix reference. So if I'm like, hey, look at that over there, look at that. If I say if we're standing next to each other and I'm like, hey, look at that, and you look and there's like 12 things there, and there's not one thing that's more salient than any of the others, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? But if I'm like pointing, hey, look at that, look at that thing right there, then you're going to know what I'm talking about. That's a demonstrative. And an indexical is something that you need to be able to need more information to be able to fix reference, right? Like a word, like if you walked into a room and you saw the words the phrase "I was here" written on the chalkboard, you'd be like, well, who is I, right? You can't fix a reference from that limited amount of information, right? But if you were able to ascertain, who the I was who actually wrote that, then you can fix reference that way. So those are indexicals and demonstratives. It's all philosophy of language stuff. I don't really know how many people in Twitch actually care about philosophy of language. It's a cool field. And I did okay in the class, but I had no background in it, so I had to work my ass off. All right. Aristotle, you said you get really sad and mopey. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, so I feel it's so weird. And I said this earlier. Some people they become vegetarian or vegan, and everything in their life improves. They're like, I feel so clean. I feel so healthy. My energy level's better. I feel wonderful. Like I'm doing great. I'm not killing animals, indirectly. Yada yada, right? And then there's some people like me that like, if I can't eat meat, it's bad. I might as well just off myself at that point. Because I'm rude and mean and cruel to people. I literally want to attack everyone around me. It's fucked up. But that's just me. Most people are not like me. So that's how I justify not eating meat, and that way I don't have to like cry myself to sleep at night because I'm the cause of many animal deaths. So that's it. That's it. I'm good at rationalizing and justifying my negative behaviors. If you're really good at that, you can get away with a lot in life. All right. And by the way, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that. Okay. Aristotle, you say you flirt with it. You never cut meat out all the way, but meat is a huge mood booster. Yeah. You don't eat nearly as much of it as you did, but you appreciate it for sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I think people like you and me who get like really negative effects from not eating meat, like all we can do is cut down. It's like maybe, like if we just cut down a little bit and try to get more protein from beans and other stuff like that, then we're going to be all right. By the way, here's something I wanted to know. Are there any bodybuilders? Like I'm talking like really built dudes that don't eat any meat, that are completely vegetarian. Can you bulk up? Like, is it possible, to bulk up, like super huge, like ex Schwarzenegger build? I'm talking like professional bodybuilders. Are there any bodybuilders that have been able to do it just like through protein shakes and beans and things like that? I wonder, because I work out all the fucking time, and sometimes I want to bulk up, and like I don't know if it's conducive to bulking up or not. All right, let's see. And for you say they are full of shit. They do tons of cocaine. I don't know what you're referring. Here we go. Another object of reference. The context. I don't know what you're referring to, but it's funny. It's like sometimes if you read something and even if you don't know the context, it's like you can interpret it in multiple ways that are funny. And it's like I like your thinking. They're full of shit. They do tons of cocaine. Are you talking about the bodybuilders? Or the vegetarians, or are we talking about like the philosophy of language people? All right, and finally, you say the smell of bacon to you is the same as chocolate. Absolutely sublime. Yeah, bacon. Oh God, don't talk about bacon now. And it is 11:30 a.m. My time right now. I don't know like what time it is where you live, but it is literally 11:30 a.m. I don't want to go cook bacon. Oh my God, Noger's here. I missed him. I fucking missed Noger. Dude, Noger, my buddy, man. Holy shit. I got to get back to this. Noger, if you're still around, I am so sorry that I didn't see you pop up in chat. Noger is an awesome guy on chat on Twitch. He is a philosophy streamer, and he does something that no one else does. He literally brings out these analytic philosophy journal articles and reads the entire articles to people. It's amazing. It's fucking incredible what he does. No one else reads entire articles. I think he's read like over 300, like or somewhere around 300 philosophical journal articles. It's pretty badass. Check him out. Drop him a follow. You'll learn something about philosophy by going to his streams. You're gonna learn what the heart of philosophy. Well, not the heart. I shouldn't say. You're gonna learn what academic philosophy is. You're gonna learn a lot about academic philosophy. You're not gonna learn a lot about straight philosophy, but you'll learn a lot about academic philosophy. Okay. And Fernal, you said that some people cut meat off and are like, oh, you have so much energy because of veggies. Oh, okay. When they do cook, got it. I got what you're saying now. Yeah, totally, right? Totally, yeah. Yeah, they're just doing coke all the time. I mean, shit. If you do coke all the time, you're gonna have plenty of energy. It's like it doesn't matter if you eat meat or not. I mean, you're gonna be ready to go until your heart explodes. Here's kind of an interesting story. I have a buddy that's been like lying in his bed for like the last year and a half, just like barely like moving, and he just got a prescription for Adderall. And the guy went and got three job interviews in one day and got offered all 3 jobs in one fucking day, and now he's working like 12 hours a day. And he's like 6 days a week. It's fucking crazy. This guy went from like laying in a bed. He went from laying in a bed all day to like now like working 12 hours a day. It's amazing what that does for you too. And that's kind of like on par with coke. I wonder about the relative strengths of that, of like Adderall. I'm sure it's probably dosage dependent, but I wonder if Adderall is as strong as coke. I think I tried Adderall one time in my life when I was 22. I was 22 years old, and this shows how dated I am. I'm going to tell you, I was at a Barnes & Noble bookstore. I don't know when the last time they've had a Barnes & Noble bookstore, right? I was at a Barnes & Noble bookstore. I went there right when it opened. I got in there at 8 a.m. and I'm sitting in this, I walked in the Barnes & Noble bookstore, and I started getting really interested on the idea when I was going through the science section on whether or not the universe was going to continuously expand and end in like a cold freeze, or if it was going to contract back in on itself and end in like some ball of like energy or whatever. So I took like a bunch of books from the science shelf, about that. And I sat there and I started reading and reading and reading, and I was going hard, like hard reading, on this Adderall. And then next thing I know, they were kicking me out of fucking Barnes & Noble because they were closing. I was literally there from 8 in the morning to 10 p.m. It felt like 20 minutes had gone by, and I was there, like fucking forever. 8 to 10 p.m., 12 hours. It was crazy. Wait, 12? No, that's 14 hours. It was crazy. So yeah, I read 3 whole books. On on whether the universe was going to expand and contract, and I was like feeling amazing, and then I didn't understand why they kicked me out. So then I go home, and it's like, okay, it's time to go to bed, and I'm like, well, this isn't happening, and then like I'm up the whole day, and I was like starting to feel like kind of weird and shitty, and then like that night I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed, and I was like, well, this isn't happening. So I did it, and then I was up all again. I was feeling shitty. It was bad. It was really bad. Those of you who have tried like LSD, you might know what that's like, right? If you take LSD, typically you're not going to be able to go to sleep on it, and you're going to feel like grimy and shitty on LSD, that night. Unless you supplement it with something else, right? But yeah, so Adderall, it's not for me. I was up way too long. I forget, maybe it was either like 3 or 4 days, I think, at the end of it. All right, let's see. All right, where are we at in chats? Aristotle, you said you can get super big and strong. You can get super big and strong in vegetarian diets. Okay, interesting, but it's nowhere near what you can do with omnivorous diets, at least according to the few who have accomplished things. Yeah, I don't think you could be a professional bodybuilder unless you're an omnivore, right? I don't think you could be like one of like the top 10 bodybuilders, in the world, right? Like, bulk wise, unless you're eating meat, unless someone has found a way to do it otherwise. And Furley, say you want to do an educational stream now. LL, you want to be part of the cool group. I mean, you should. You're bright. You're smart. I consider you an academic. I mean, you could do it. Be with the cool kids, right? And I'll peer pressure you because it's like a healthy thing. I would never peer pressure you to do anything unhealthy, but I like peer pressuring people to do good things, to do healthy things. Aristotle, say you're already part of it. Yeah, and easily the best look. Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I will say Anne Fernal is also the best dressed. She's classy. She can dress nice. I can't dress like this. I mean, this is a good shirt. I like this shirt. Don't get me wrong. It's just a nice like graphic tee. It shows a good amount about all my values, right? Yeah, basically, if you want to know anything about me, just look at my shirt, right? That's how it goes with me. But no, Anne Fernal, she's classy, she dresses well. Like I gotta take some cues or take some clues from her and dress a little better. That's one of the things I'm working on, I guess. Aristotle, you say you feel like in Anne Fernal's chat there's been cool conversations about sex and economics. Yeah, they have some deep conversations in there. They talk about good stuff. Aristotle, you say a dude that's amazing. A guy a guy told you to take Adderall before taking the LSAT. He said his friends all did, and it boosted their scores. Yeah, I mean, so from what I understand, stimulants can boost your IQ. I think like one or 2 points. They say like smoking cigarettes boost IQ like 1 or 2 points, right? Which is not a ton, but it can help a little bit. And the main thing is probably like it just gives you more confidence because you're like, hey, I'm smarter now, and then you're gonna feel more confident, and you're gonna be able to go through things that if cigarettes can boost your IQ like 1 or 2 points, I don't know, maybe Coke can boost it like 3 points, or Adderall can boost it like 3 points or something like that. Okay, JT redeemed hydrate. I gotta drink some water. This is good. And by the way, I mix lime in my water. This is seriously the move. Anyone who does not mix lime or lemon in their water is missing out. It's really, really a good thing. It's really a good thing to do. All right. Let's see. Anne Fernal, you say you have hypersomnia. You struggle to stay awake in normal circumstances. You want energy, but you need to avoid stimulants. Interesting. Hypersomnia. So you struggle. So sometimes you'll just be like chilling and you'll just like pass out. Have you ever fallen asleep on stream? Because that's kind of a cool thing, right? And then you'd have to have like a mod going and change your category to I'm only sleeping. You got to have a mod who's ready to jump on that, right? You could be in the only sleeping category. I mean, I shouldn't be like making fun of it. That's actually probably like not a fun situation to have hypersomnia. One of the people in this chat who comes here, I don't want to call her out because like I never know what she wants mentioned, but she's got the same thing. And yeah, she'll like, you know, it's dangerous. Like if she's driving, I mean, she could just pass out. You know, it's pretty wild. All right. And for you say it's a damn cool shirt. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll show it again. Yeah, I like this shirt. This is me. This is Agni James. This is in a nutshell, right? This is my essence, right? But yeah, I still need to work on my style. You know, like I'm very minimalistic. You know, Aristotle and I, we got these beards going. That's like kind of something, right? I do the shaved head because I'm a metalhead, and metalheads got to either got to have long hair or a shaved head. That's how you do it, right? Now, actually, I used to have long hair. I had hair down to my shoulders. Aristotle. Imagine how I would look with hair down here, right? It'd be pretty weird, right? But I did like the weird cut where you shave it underneath. You shave the sides, you know. So I would have it back, usually in a ponytail. It was very like 90s pro wrestler style. But it was cool because then you know you had air circulation. But one day I was an undergrad and I was studying molecular bio and psychology. That's what I went for as an undergrad. And I was chilling with a bunch of friends. I was actually in my fraternity house. I was in a fucking fraternity. Can you imagine me as a frat guy? I was in a fraternity. How crazy is that? But anyways, I'm chilling at my frat house. And it was hot. We didn't have a good air conditioning there. It was like we had like one air conditioner, so it was like, you know, in the like 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the place. It was really hot, and I was sweating, and my hair just kept sticking to like my face, and I kept having to like, you know, peel it off my face, and I was uncomfortable. And I looked over and I saw a pair of scissors, and I fucking walked over to the scissors, and I'm like, fuck it, and I just took it like this, and I chopped it off. And then, but I left a spike right here. So then I had like this unicorn fucking looking spike coming right out of here, which I had for a while. But eventually, the Chicago cops actually got me made me want to get rid of it. So I was in Chicago hanging with a bunch of friends, and we're not in a great neighborhood. Chicago cops do not like it if you have a spike coming out of your head of hair, like with like, you know, like gluish products and shit in there. So like some Chicago cops came up and like, you know, first they were kind of being hard asses, but then they searched us and we didn't have anything on us. And then they just like started laughing at me because I had that spike there. And I was like, all right, this is drawing too much attention. The fucking cops are coming over here now. Like I got to get rid of this. I can't have it. So then I shaved my head, and I basically, you know, with a few exceptions, I've had my head shaved ever since. By the way, I burn really hot. I'm like a high energy dude. I'm sure no one here can tell that I'm a high energy dude. Everyone probably was like, oh my God, this guy has no energy. This guy's like fucking laying around all day. Like he's like fucking, you know, doesn't ever move, right? But anyways, I'm a high energy guy. So it feels weird to tone it down, but I always do for the meditations. You're wondering, like, this guy's a meditation streamer, right? But I am. I'm a high energy guy. So like, yeah, I burn hot is what I'm trying to say, right? So I don't want anything on my head because then I'll start sweating profusely. Like if I put a hat on, you know, it's over. Like my whole shirt will be drenched, and I'll just be dripping. You know, that's just how it goes with high energy people. All right, let's see. Aristotle, you say your mentor was a master student. Your mentor, when you were a master student, became a cat lady because she had one cat thing in her office, and everyone kept giving her cat things. So you've made it a point to decorate your office with skull art. Interesting. She had one cat thing in her office, and people started associating all the properties of cats that are associated with cat people or cat-loving people to her. That's kind of interesting. And maybe we're quick to judge, right? Maybe we're quick to judge. You know, if someone has something in their office, like we think they love it. I should purposely put things that I absolutely hate in my office. And then when everyone comes in my office, they're gonna think, hey, he likes these things, and then they're gonna give them to me, and then that will give me fuel, and I can be like, why did you give this to me? I hate this, and I can yell at the people. like look how I spend my time. This is like I spend my time thinking about these things. Like why would I even think? Why would I waste the mental energy to think about that? It doesn't make any sense. Can someone like help me out here? Infernal, you say you haven't fallen asleep on stream, but you struggle. Hence all the sweets and cola. Now I got the cola. All right, now I got the cola. Yeah, I mean it's packed with sugar, right? 12 teaspoons of sugar in one Coca-Cola, right? That's the deal. I don't know if it's still the case. I mean, they used to put cocaine in it, right? They used to put cocaine in it. So, like, I mean, that's something. Healer Rose, you say you can picture it, especially when your room is dark. Yeah. And Aristotle, you say all this time you thought unicorns didn't exist. Turns out they were. Dude, there are some unicorns in Chicago. You'll see them at the metal shows. Aristotle, if you ever come, by the way, have you ever been to Chicago? Has people in this chat ever been to Chicago? I always tell everyone about it. We have the best food in the U.S., but also the highest amount of murders in the U.S. So it's like, it kind of balances out a little bit. Like, I mean, it's like you come here, you're going to eat good, but you might get murdered, right? I wasn't doing that scale very well right there. I think my hands. I don't know. I wasn't. How are you supposed to do it when you do the hands? Like you got to do this kind of thing. All right, that's too much. It's too much. And for you say high voltage, yeah, energy. High voltage energy sometimes. But during the meditations, we slow down and we go to the place of peace and love that exists within us. And one of the things I like to highlight during the meditations and after is that we can be high intensity people when we're living in the phenomenal world. And yet we can still take a break from that and go within to that place of love and feel the joy and peace that accompanies your stillness. But yeah, anyway, so I like to show that because there's a lot of people that they're like, oh, I have too many thoughts that run through my head. I'm too hyper. I'm too this. I'm too that. I can never sit down and meditate. Look at fucking me. If this whack job right here could fucking become a meditation instructor, and I ran meditations, guided meditations out of my home for 10 years, and now I've been streaming on Twitch for 14 months. Guided meditations. I used to stream guided meditations, or not stream. I ran guided meditations at my old job with a bunch of stressed out special education teachers. And I taught them, qigong and yoga and stuff like that. If it's someone like me, can actually meditate and go within and feel that love and peace within them, then anyone can, right? That's why I like to show it. It's like one of the big highlights I like to or big things I like to highlight in chat. All right. Anyways, where are we at here? Aristotle, you say, what's your office address? You're going to send me NRA brochures, a big come and take it flag, and some Thomas Kincaid painting calendars. Yeah, man. Yeah, right. And I'll just display it. I could display it on stream. You know what'd be funny? I could be like the dudes you like. What are they? The Bible Belt Boys, I think it was, or Bible. We can give them a shout out. They're pretty funny, man. It took me a minute though. I will say this: when I first entered the stream, like for the first 60 seconds, I had no fucking idea what the hell was going on. I couldn't even process it. It took me a hot minute to figure out what was going on. But yeah, they're pretty awesome, right? They're pretty funny. They crack me up. Bible Boys Church, yeah, it's good, and I mean, and they have a big community, so it's like there's a lot of reinforcement, and they got the call-ins and all that. They got some good content. They're publishing some good content, but at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like they're kind of they do kind of go out of their way to piss people off a little bit, but I'm the same way. So what the fuck am I going to say? And especially when I was a little bit younger, I was a lot more the same. I was very in your face, and I would mock people like pretty intensely, right? So yeah. All right, where are we at here? Healer Rose, you say, oh, you're talking to Infernal. All right. Have you watched Death Note? You remind me of L. Infernal, you said you have. You're a nerd, but not too creepy. You like to have friends and to go dancing. Cool. You said you just meant that L taught you that sweets help his brain function. He doesn't sleep. All right. Yeah, that is something. They are going to help you. They're going to give you. So it's like anything. You're going to get a short-term high. You're going to get a short-term buzz, and it's going to keep you up and give you energy. But then in the long term, there's going to be diminishing returns, right? Hence the crash, right? It always happens. So there's no drug that's going to like speed you up, and then you're always going to be up forever, like even after not taking it, right? And then you build up tolerance, and there's other issues, right? I try to go like as natural as I can, but it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. I started drinking coffee a few years ago. Now I cut out coffee and I drink like a glass of green tea, like maybe 4 or 5 times a week. And that's, I don't know. It's just like a weird, I like having a warm caffeinated beverage in the morning. I think that's like the main thing. Like in the morning, I'm not a morning person. When I wake up in the morning, you don't want to be anywhere near me. I'm going to be a fucking asshole. All right. Where are we at here? Aristotle, you say when you count gun violence per capita, Chicago. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about most total murders per city in the U.S. Chicago has it. Chicago murder rate nowhere near. Not even nowhere. I don't even know if we're in the top 20 in murder rate. But as far as most total murders, and the vast majority of them are on the south and west side of Chicago. It's fucking crazy there. It's crazy. And we have no way of dealing with it because everyone's got a gun. Everyone's got a not everyone. I shouldn't talk like that, right? But most people, right? If I was sitting in my philosophy of language class and I'm like, everyone's got a gun, they would immediately like slice me up and cut me to pieces and be like, everyone? Well, everyone, means, and so then I'd have to, all right, let me revise that statement. Most people have guns, and that it's the case in the south and west sides. It's fucked up. It's a war zone there. You gotta be on guard there. All right. And then let's see. Aristotle, you say Bible is church. Yeah, the satire is deep. All right. Okay. All right. Well, it's time for the next thing. Let's do a quick transition to Puzzle Rush. I want to see if I can get in the mid-20s again, and then we'll go from there. We'll do a quick Puzzle Rush transition. I'm starting to dig these Puzzle Rush transitions. Uh-oh. All right. So it's not working again. So we're gonna have to mix it up. We're gonna have to mess with it a bit. So OBS likes to fuck with me. So I've done a lot of work to try to figure this out. In fact, Viper's Gratitude, if you're still here, you helped me out a little bit with the minimizing the window thing. But it's now the problem's back in a different way, and it just pops up sporadically. So I have to like do like weird moves like this. There we go. We got it. See, it's like you fuck with it. You just kind of like mix it up a little bit, and then all of a sudden it works. Like, why is it like that? And then I've checked like 20 OBS forums, and everyone's like, I don't fucking know. I'm having the same problem, but I don't know anything about it, right? All right. Puzzle Rush. Those of you who don't know, how many chess puzzles can I solve in 3 minutes? Mostly checkmate puzzles, win material puzzles, or promotion puzzles. Here we go. Let's see if last time I got 24. I'm looking for a score in the mid-20s this time again. Let's see if I can do it. All right. Got to move the microphone out of the way and wish me luck. Mate and 1. There we go. Mate and 1. Beautiful. Mate. Checkmate. What am I missing here? I'm missing something. Oh, duh, mate and 1. That's so easy. Simple. All right, where are we at here? Mate. There's that. Beautiful. Check. Mate. All right. Ooh, almost got burned there. Mate. I think we got to do... Oh, this is cool. Check. And then the fork. Pick up the rook. All right. Got the rook. Black to move. Yeah. Come on. Black to move here. Win the rook. All right. Oh, we got checkmate. We got, there we go. Another mate. Checkmate. All right. Check. Take the rook. Mate. Here we go. All right. We're making progress. And then we got that mate. Beautiful. Oh, that's... Oh, no, come on. I rushed that one. All right. This, I think, and then this, and then... Yeah, sorry, by the way, sorry for the terrible commentary. I'm like this, and then this. I always joke about it because it's like the worst commentary ever, right? Like what are people even thinking when I'm saying that, right? All right. Check. And then... Oh, this is... Wait. What the fuck? Oh, all right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. Come on. Give me some easy ones. There we go. Wait to move. Okay, I got to push. Yeah, that was a sneaky one. See, they get harder and harder the farther up you get. All right, so... Oh, come on. I knew that one. It was rook. It was rook up. That was bad. That was bad. All right. Push. And then... I don't want to take here. I want to push. And then push. And then that's going to lead to mate. All right. Ooh. Smothered mate. That's fun. Smothered mates are cool. All the cool kids do the smothered mates. Okay, got to push the king first. That was almost a big mistake. Almost a big blunder. And take the queen. Wait, no. What am I doing? Take the queen. Oh, this. And then I'm going to push that pawn up. That was sneaky. That was really sneaky. All right. All right. Mate. Check. There we go. I think this is a sack. Yeah, it's got to be a sack. All right, mate. Then take, sack, sack, mate. And then, where are we at here? What's the deal? Oh, hey, 27! That's my best ever. That's my best fucking ever. I'm gonna thank the chat for that one. You guys sent some good energy. You guys sent some good energy my way. That is tied for my best ever. It says not number 2 all time, but that it's actually tied. For some reason, if it's number 2, that means it's tied. That's my best ever. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, chat. You guys sent some good energy my way. That was great. All right. I usually don't do well. I usually don't do well when I'm streaming. So you know what? Maybe this disproves the thesis that I can't play well when I'm streaming. That's literally tied for my best ever, and I got my best ever earlier or yesterday. I got my best ever yesterday. Awesome. All right. Let's see. JT, you say, are you in the mood to kill aliens? Nice. Yeah. I mean, I can kill some aliens. Should we do some Doom Eternal? I only did a test stream on it once. But I need a little bit of I need like a couple minute break. And then, yeah, I'm going from like, I'm in high intensity mode again. So, yeah, maybe we should go kill aliens. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my Be Right Back screen on and let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's kind of bland. Well, how about intermission? So you can still see the picture. And then, yeah, I'm going to take a quick, bathroom break and fill up my water and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll be right back. All right, I will see you all very soon. All right, we are back. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for sticking around. This is that was good. I don't know if I've ever done an intermission before. I usually just go and do shorter streams, but I've been doing longer streams now. I can't believe we're over 3 hours already. This is fucking wild. My last stream was almost 4 hours. I usually do like hour meditation, hour stream. I do like 20-minute meditation and that's it. Then we call it a day. But I'm branching out and doing more. Let's see. Healer Rose, you see sharing the good vibes. Yeah. There's a lot of good vibes during that puzzle rush. And then Infernal, you say DEWM. I don't know that DEWM. Or is it Doom? Doom like that. All right, cool. Man, you want a Doom tattoo, but not the logo. Doom is amazing. The graphics and the music. Aristotle, you would really appreciate the music, by the way, for Doom. I don't know if you've checked out the soundtrack for Doom Eternal. Just check out the soundtrack. It's awesome. You're all gonna love it. But yeah, okay, Aristotle. All right, so you're gonna call it a night. Sweet, warm, creamy dreams, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, you did hear the music. All right, great. All right, well, hey, have a great night, brother. Thanks again so much for the raid. I really appreciate it, and I hope and have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams to you. With the amount of energy I have, I might be here when you wake up. I'll tell you what. If I am still streaming when you wake up, you have to come in the chat. Okay? How's that? Is that a deal? You have to come in and say hi. Maybe like, all right, deal. All right, okay. All right, let's try this out. I've never done this. I've never done Doom, except for the one test stream. So now there's two ways you can do it. This way, I won't be able to see the chat, but I know it will work. And then I'll try it the other way. And if it doesn't work, it might kick everyone out of the chat. So let's give this a shot first. Let me load up Doom Eternal. All right, I'm gonna have to minimize all of this, I guess. Minimizing all of it. No, I can do it this way actually. Let's see. Do this. All right. I know this is not good content when you're just like watching me like click around on the screen, but I gotta load this up. And then I need you to tell me if you can see. Oh, I'm gonna have to get out of microphone mode. I'm gonna have to do headphones. We're gonna have to do headphones for this. All right. But it's gonna be loud, so you might need to turn your music down because this is a pretty loud game. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. All right. So let me go back now. I gotta make it so you can see it now. That's like my next step. My next step is to make it so that you can see it. All right. So I should be able just to go to display and do display capture and load it up. Whoa, and then we have this. All right, I'm going to go to Doom Eternal. I know right now you can't see it. You're seeing the Matrix shit right here, or Inception. But I'm going to go to Doom Eternal. And tell me if you can you all see the Doom Eternal screen? I am here now at the Doom Eternal screen, and I want to know if everyone can see it. The delay should be such that it's good to go. All right. It's black? No, you only saw a black screen. Really? Uh-oh. All right, well, this is getting muddy. Then see, here's the thing. I can stream directly from Doom Eternal. Hold on, maybe I can do it differently. Maybe there's another way to do this. Not a second. Load it up like that. Do campaign. Yeah, this was my concern. This was something that I was a little concerned about. All right, so let's get out of here. All right, you guys are all seeing. Are you doing a screen capture or game capture? I was going to do display capture, and I was going to do display capture and then go that way. Yeah, I mean, when I do window capture, it doesn't populate. It's not populated in my drop-down list in the window capture. If you're using game capture, you manually have to change the window for each game. Game capture, so it doesn't do that. I don't even have a game capture thing. How do you do game capture? I mean, I streamed it last time by just going through my NVIDIA graphics card. Game capture. So this is the kind of shit that I need. I need like a tech support with. And it's less stressful for the PC. You recommend game capture. Add a new source. All right, let me add a new source. All right, we're getting let's like go back here. This is like bothering me. This all right. So we'll go here. We'll add a new source. All right. Okay. There it is. There it fucking is. And you're a genius. Game capture. All right. We'll do Doom Eternal. Okay. And then hit OK. And then capture any full screen application. Oh, that's how you do it. Capture any full screen application. Let's see. That's right. That's what I want to use, right? Capture any full screen application. All right. So let's try this out now. All right. So I'm going to capture it, and then let me go back to Doom Eternal. All right. Can you see? Can everyone see Doom Eternal now or not? I don't know. All right. I'm going to come back. Could you, let's see. Oh, there's other stuff here. Hold on. You're saying then right-click properties. All right. Let me go back to Game Capture. Blank screen. All right. Properties. Okay. You say on the second line it says window, and you select manually for every game. I gotta get this microphone out of the way. You said on the second line, I'm not seeing window. I'm seeing it says like for mode, capture any full screen application, capture specific window, or capture foreground window. And you're saying on the second line it says window. So should I do capture specific window? Or capture any full screen application? Let's maybe capture specific window. Let's try that out. All right, and then there it is, Doom Eternal. All right, I see it now. Okay, and then window match priority, match title, otherwise find window of the same executable. I think we'll leave it like that. Okay, I think this should do it now. Let's see. So I should be able to go here to the source, and then let's load it up. All right. So can you all see this now? I'm at the Doom Eternal screen. Can you all see this? Let's go back. Could you guys see that or not when I went there? Black screen. Hold on a second. All right, let's go back to properties. I have capture specific window. And then I have, it says for window, the Doom Eternal game populated, and it's in there. And then Windows match priority. Did you select the game itself on the window line? Yeah, the game is there. The game is definitely there on the window line right now. In fact, here I'll show you. I could do display capture. I think show you. Can you see that? Here's where I'm at, Ann. All right, what do you think? Is this correct? You're doing tech support. Who would have thought that you would have come in and be doing tech support today? Can you see this, by the way? I think you can. I mean, it should work, right? Because I have the Doom Eternal game in there. And why is it not working then? I mean, do I need to do like instead of capture specific window, capture foreground with hotkey? Now in sources, select that one and unselect the screen capture. Okay, so I'm clicking OK, and then go back to sources, and you said select that one, so Doom Eternal, and select that one and unselect the screen capture. All right, why do I have this microphone in my way? So get rid of display capture. I'm getting rid of all of these. There I go. All right. Okay. So I have it selected. Oh no, I got to go to scenes. No, so I'm in the right scene. I'm in display. I have it selected. Huh. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to it now. All right. Can you all see it now? I'm there right now. I'm going to go back now. Now select the screen capture. So sources, Select. Yeah, I'm assuming you guys couldn't see it, right? Still black screen. Select that one and unselect the screen capture. Yeah, I have so many tech issues with this. It's crazy. It's selected. Let me see your obs again. All right, yeah, let me show a picture of it from this. I'll go back to display capture. All right, here's where I'm at, and I had the Doom Eternal selected. I love that you're helping me out with this tech stuff. By the way, this is great. Like I don't know about this. I always have weird issues with ops with OBS. If you want me to click on the Doom Eternal properties or anything, let me know also. And thank you, by the way, for working with me here. I know this is not exactly like the thing you had planned on doing on your Saturday night. All right. So what do you think? What's your recommendation? What's your recommendation? Just or should I just now see the other move that I could do when I got it to work last time is I was able to do it from my NVIDIA graphics card, but I think that might boot everyone off from OBS. Show you the properties again. All right. So properties. Here's properties. It's got Doom Eternal in there. And then, there's different, I have capture specific window, maybe capture any full screen application. And then match priority. I don't know anything about this match priority. Windows title must match. I don't think that's right. Yeah, but it will do that with some games, sadly. Oh, okay. Interesting. You've noticed, yeah. All right. Well, everything is just like with yours. Everything is just like with yours. All right. You would think it would work. You would really think it would work. Full screen projector. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. All right, let's go back. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try it. Now here's the thing. Everyone might get kicked off. Try with the next game. It might just work fine. Okay, let me try with Spider Solitaire actually, because that's another game I play. I'll create a game for that. So we got to go to Add Sources, Game Capture, and we'll do Spider Solitaire. Okay. I created one for Spider Solitaire. Capture specific window. I got to load up Spider Solitaire. Hold on a second. Games. This is interesting, trying to figure this stuff out. All right, so that's loaded up. So let me go back. Let me go back to OBS. All right. And now it's not populating, so let's close it out and go Spider Solitaire. All right. Properties. Capture specific window. There it is. Solitaire collection. Hey, Spider Solitaire works. All right, well, that's cool. I wonder, it's weird that it doesn't work for Doom Eternal, but it works for Spider Solitaire. I wonder what the deal is with that. You said it kind of works. It's like that with some games. I mean, it's fucked up because I don't know what would happen if I just went from the if I kind of bypassed OBS and tried to stream over it. But your image is blocked. Yeah, I know it's currently blocked. I'm gonna here we go. All right, let's do some Spider Solitaire. All right, just some bug you reckon it does with some. Okay, all right. Well, that makes me feel better. By the way, thank you so much with your help with this. All right, let's try some Spider Solitaire. This is a game I think is a lot of fun. It's the only solitaire game I play. So let's do it. Let's do Spider. Hold on, gotta get out of this. I think we're showing that now, and then this, and then. My commentary is terrible. All right, let's try this out. Oh, we gotta watch an ad. These assholes are making me watch an ad. I don't want to watch an ad. I can't believe it. All right, here we go. But I have the Doom music on in the background, so this will be interesting. Okay, now I think you can all see it, right? Everyone should be able to see the Spider Solitaire because you should be all good to go with that. Here we go. Let's give this a shot. My best time ever, I think, is like 3:34. I'm usually happy if I can get like a 5 minute these days, but let's see how it goes. So 9, 8. Oops, 8, 7. Let's see. Get over here. I'll try out this 5. Don't want that ace. And I use the undo button. That's how I roll here. 3. Nope. 3. Yeah, much better. All right. Okay, I think we got to move this over here. All right, where are we at here? That's all good. That's all good. All right, well, whatever. I'm going to move this here because I like to consolidate. All right. Any of you good at Spider Solitaire? Anyone out there play either Spider Solitaire or any other type of solitaire? I can't see the chat window also when I do this. That's another thing. I mean, I guess I probably don't want to be looking at the chat window when I'm trying to do this, but it's just still something that would be nice. It would be nice to be able to have it. All right. There's that. Get this moving a little bit, man. This could be a loss. This is probably gonna be a loss. I have this on expert difficulty, so I do lose on occasion. They say not every game is winnable, also. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. So I think I'm just gonna do an organizational move. Oh, there's this. There's that. Here, finally. All right. Let's get this in order, and then we have that. No, beautiful. All right, we get this. Cool. 10-9. Throw that over there. And I think that's about as far as we can go for now. So go on to the next group of cards. 6, 5, 4. All right. I don't know if I can go any. Well, there's that. And now we're starting to. This has not been a good one so far. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 7, 6. All right. I can throw this in. Oh, there's that. I have that. Wait. Oh, I don't have an 8. Come on. Bullshit. Where's all my 8s? Give me a fucking 8. Oh yeah. Now you give me the 8. All right. I guess you asked and they shall receive, right? Is that the saying? I asked for an 8 and I got an 8. All right. They gave me an 8. All right. 5, 2. Throw this over here. 10. Here's the 10-9. 10-9. Can I get rid of this? I don't want to. I liked going. Oh, there's that. And this. All right. We're starting to gain a little momentum here. We're gaining some traction. There's a chance I beat this. What do I need? Let's do that. No. Yeah, I'll take the 8 now. Fine. All right, we're gonna throw the 8 over here, and then not looking great. Not looking great right now. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2 ace. 9, 8, 10, 9. I'm throwing 8 over here. I can't get to it. Here's a 7, but like there's no now the 6s. Where are all my 6s? You know, it's like they like to fuck with you. They like to not give you what you need sometimes. Can I get a 6? Yeah, no 6. There's no 6. So much for the ask and thou shalt receive line. We've just refuted that. All right. Down to business here. I got this 10 block and everything. I still need a 6. And now everything's a disorganized mess. Oh, yuck. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. Can I do anything else? This is gonna be a loss, unless I can do some magic. 5, 4, 3, 8, 7, 9. Maybe this. No, that 4 is not gonna do anything. It's stuck. 8, 7. Oh, hang on. What about this path? Sometimes there's like multiple paths. And then I could do this. No, if I do this 9 and 7, same thing. Out of moves. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. We're gonna end that. All right, that's Spider Solitaire. Hello, everyone. That's me. That's Agni James doing Spider Solitaire. I suck. All right, I'm taking these headphones out because they're obnoxious. All right, boo. Instead of the clap, I need the boo command activated. That was not a great performance. Are any of you good with Spider Solitaire? Yeah, JT, I cannot see the chat. I cannot see the chat. Put your camera on the top level. Oh, I can adjust. I can adjust it. Was it in the way? It might have been in the way. Yeah, he's fully focused on the game. Yeah, yes. So that's it. Well, that was good. So I know that Spider Solitaire works. Doom Eternal, it just apparently doesn't work. All right, it's time we get to the book. There have been a lot of people that have been wanting to check out the book. So I think we got to do the book. We're going to do the book now. So let's go into it. And by the way, these pants, you will never see me turn around in these pants because I love these pants, but they're shredded in the back area. But I mean, check it out. You got to admit these are fun pants, right? Look at these pants. Like, look how good these pants are, comfortable, and but they're shredded in the back area. So I wear these when I'm at home, and I don't have to be showing my naked ass to the world. Yeah, so sometimes you wear a pair of pants so much that they just get shredded. Like they're shredded in the bottoms and the back area. They're kind of like I patched them for a while, but it's like that really thin material. I think I gotta fix the camera screen. I think it's kind of there. We go. Yeah, it was like really thin material, so it's just it's like shredded in the back and down by the legs, and it's just kind of all over. All right, we're doing the book. So last time we started working on the earth chakra. Oh, here we are. And last time we did the exercise where we went over where are you now, and we said each word: survival, earth, grounding, matter, body, heal, a physical plane, home, family, roots, discipline, foundation, and stillness. We said all those words, and we meditated on each one, and we wanted to see what would happen. And we had some powerful images that arose in our mind when we did so. All right. Okay, let's continue then. It says, this chakra involves the feet, legs, base of spine, and large intestine. How do you feel about these areas of your body? Interesting. Are there any difficulties you've had in these areas at any time during your life? Okay, well, I can say from experience, I mean, I have all sorts of issues with like physical issues and mental issues for that matter. But seriously, the base of my spine is jacked up. Like I have a lot of low back issues, and I deal with them by doing ridiculous amounts of yoga, qigong, kumnae on a daily basis. Because if I don't, I'm in tremendous back pain. Right now, though, I'm even in a good amount of back pain. So yeah, maybe it's my earth chakra. Maybe I'm not grounded lately. What about anyone in chat? Has anyone in chat has a feet, legs, base of spine, or large intestine issues? Interesting. All right. So then we got this part. There's this altar arrangement. So typically when you're going through it, you're gonna create an altar. Now I'm not savvy enough to actually have an altar behind me and to create the altar according to the arrangement. So I figure we'll just skip that part. Unless people really want to know about it. Or maybe I can read it. I can read it in case you want to set up an altar at your house, then you'll be good to go. For the first chakra, you will want your altar to represent the element earth and feature symbols of personal areas of interest. If you have one place in your house that you can maintain as your altar, use that and change its features as you move through the chakras. Otherwise, you might want to put a first chakra altar in your office or place of business, your kitchen, your garden, or a special place outside that could be a permanent earth altar. Well, that's pretty cool. A permanent earth altar? I think that's pretty damn grounding, right? Let's see. It says, obviously, having an altar outside limits the types of things you could put on it, so you might want to have a place inside as well. For an indoor altar, cover the top with a red cloth. If you prefer the natural surface of wood or stone, feature red in the objects upon it. All right, so I guess red is the color of the earth chakra. This can include a red candle to light during your meditations, a vase of red flowers, a red or earthen ceramic plate, or other object that you feel connects you to the first chakra concepts you especially want to work on. Interesting. You may wish to add special crystals or stones you have collected, attractive pieces of wood, small potted plants, or photographs of outdoor scenes that you will find particularly potent with earth energies. All right, so it's all about the outdoor earth, woodland type energies. Interesting. If you like the idea of working with Hindu or other deities, arrange statues or pictures among the objects. Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth, enjoys flowers, perfume, and the color red. Pictures of her can be obtained inexpensively at most Indian import stores. Another particularly appropriate deity is Ganesha, the elephant-headed god, remover of obstacles, who is often invoked at the start of new ventures. I always thought it was Ganesh. I don't know why they're spelling out Ganesha. Maybe it's just a variation of it. The purpose of an altar is to remind yourself of the conceptual realm you have chosen to focus upon. Refer to the list of key concepts and the table of correspondences and see how you might symbolize any of the items listed. If family is a focus for you, a picture of your family could go on the altar. If money is an issue, you might want to place your checkbook there each night. That's kind of crazy, putting your checkbook on an altar. I've never heard of having a checkbook on an altar. That seems kind of dirty, right? It seems a little dirty. It's like, hey, a universal source of creation, I want fucking money. Give me the money. Show me the money, universal source of creation. But no, I mean, I guess you need it for survival, right? Let's see. It says if money is an issue, you might want to put your check there. Okay, all right, that's fair, right? If you're starving to death, I can see that. If you're Elon Musk and you have an altar with a checkbook on it, then like that seems a little obnoxious. If it is your physical health, perhaps a picture of your body or a mirror. Interesting. Maybe I should set up an altar there at some point, and I could have the different altars. It'd be kind of neat. Overall, you should like the way your altar looks when you are finished. It should be a pleasing reminder to connect with the earth, with yourself, and with the things you choose to work on during this period. And that's the thing about this book. That's this book right here. We go through the different chakras and we work on things that are associated with those chakras, like the earth chakra, the most foundational chakra right there is the one that's associated with like sustenance and like, you know, and literally the earth and like, you know, dirt and the ground and being stable and being centered and being just a solid human being, right? It's a very grounding chakra. All right, so we have the correspondences next. It says the Sanskrit name is Muladhara. Muladhara. I like that. I mean, how many times a day do you say Muladhara, right? It's not very often. And the meaning is root. The location is the base of your spine. So basically, right where I'm having all of my fucking issues, all of my low back issues, the base of my spine. So I got to work on this earth chakra. To be honest, I haven't felt very centered lately. And that's, maybe the two are related, right? And, then again, if you're very scientific minded, you could say, well, from the scientific paradigm, this doesn't make any sense, but that's one paradigm, right? There's other paradigms to buy in, and I'm not saying any one is particularly right. In fact, I think that all paradigms are pretty, are not going to lead you to complete truth, right? We only have. All right, let's break into philosophy. Just a quick reminder. A little philosophy. So remember, we don't see the world as it is, right? We see the world as our belief set and our neurophysiological constitution allows us to perceive everything, right? So what's going on is we're taking in this tiny little bit of data from the universe, right? We're taking from all of creation. We're taking this tiny little bit of data through our five senses, what Kant referred to as the phenomenal world, right? We're taking this tiny little bit of data and then we're processing it with very limited processing power. I mean, all we have is the processing power of our minds, right? Of our human brains, and then we're projecting that information out in the world around us, and that's how we see. That's how we see like rocks and chairs and computer screens, right? These are not how things look objectively, right? If human beings, didn't exist, these things would have a very different look, right? They would not be seen this way, right? So basically, we're just taking this tiny little bit of amount of data and we're extrapolating, trying to understand all of reality. So of course, there's going to be major holes in our knowledge. Now, one might argue and say, well, through science, we're going to be able to figure this stuff out. But here's the thing: science is very limited in the sense that it only deals with things that we can have as objects of experience, and all of our instrumentation is based on objects of experience. So if there's something that we can't experiencing, if there's a realm that we can't experience, that we have no way of understanding, we can't access it through the scientific paradigm. So there are things that we can't access through science. So maybe something like the chakras is going to lead us to that understanding, right? So that's just my quick thing. All right. Let's see. Healer Rose, you say, same money, please. Yeah, right? I mean, that would be nice to have some money. JT, you said it's manifesting rituals. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go back to this. So the main issue, the element is earth, and the main issue is survival. All right, survival. So that's what this chakra is all about. The earth chakra is all about survival. Are we sustaining ourselves in this world? Are we surviving, right? It's a very, the root of our spine, right? And the goals are stability, grounding, prosperity, right livelihood, and physical health. Those are the goals. That's what we're trying to accomplish. Okay. Now, here's the malfunction. So if your root chakra is not in alignment, here are the issues that you could be experiencing: obesity, hemorrhoids, constipation, sciatica, eating disorders, knee troubles, bone disorders, frequent illness in general, frequent fears, inability to focus, spaciousness, I don't know what the hell that is, inability to be still. Okay, all right, yeah, so kind of like restlessness in general, knee trouble, eating disorders, bone disorders. Anyone out there constipated? Obesity, all right. So yeah, if you're obese, it's because your root chakra is messed up, maybe, right? Who knows? Maybe that might have something to do with it. All right, the color is red. That's the color we're going with here. The planet is Saturn. So Saturn is the grounding planet. The foods are protein and meats. So you gotta eat your protein and meat. Everyone eat your protein and meat to have to be stable. For right, it says to have. Right to have. So you should allow yourself to have something. JT, you're going to appreciate this. And then because it has stones, it tells what stones are associated with the earth chakra. It's garnet, hematite, bloodstone, and lodestone. Do you know those stones, JT? Do you know garnet, hematite, bloodstone, or lodestone? I'm sure you might have some understanding of those. You're into the crystals and the stones scene. The animals are the elephant, the ox, and the bull. That's kind of interesting. Elephant, ox, and bull are the animals. The operating principle is gravity. I mean, gravity is a pretty damn significant operating principle, if you ask me. The yoga path is Hatha Yoga. That's me. I'm the Bikram yoga guy, right? I do Bikram yoga all the time. Bikram is 26 postures taken from the set of 81 Hatha Yoga postures. So you take 26 postures from the 81 posture set of Hatha, and you do them in a room that's 105 degrees, and there you go. That's Bikram yoga in a nutshell. That's cool. The yoga path is Hatha Yoga, and the archetype is Earth Mother. Interesting. Oh, JT Fire Quartz has hematite. That's the fire of the stone. Awesome. And by the way, look at this beautiful stone right here. Look how beautiful this stone is. JT sent me this stone in the mail. So this has hematite in it. That's cool. Yeah, we both hold it the same way too, which is kind of interesting. It's got a flat spot on it. All right, so now we know about the correspondences. And let's see what else we got here. Okay, sharing the experience. So now it's talking about sharing the experience and understanding the concept. All right, let's talk about sharing the experience. My name is Susan, and I never dreamed the first chakra would be so difficult. I thought I would just breeze through it and be ready for the next 6 levels. But I found that everything this month tried to be unstable. Ooh. My car broke down. My landlord said that he might sell the house I live in. I got a cold that put me to bed. And I overdrew my checking account. But through it all, I have a better understanding of the importance of the first chakra, because whenever these things happened, I felt totally preoccupied with them and couldn't do anything else. Interesting. It's kind of like you're forced to deal with the first chakra. All right, here's what Bob has to say. My name's Bob, and I too got this cold that is going around, but it made me slow down, take a rest, institute changes in my diet, and pay attention to my body. So for me, it was really a grounding experience. I didn't get anything done around the house, though I did get in touch with how much there is to be done. All right, so it looks like Bob derived some benefit from this. Let's hear what Cheryl has to say. Everyone loves Cheryl. My name is Cheryl, and I'm going through a lot around my job right now. My boss is constantly in survival mode and is never sure from week to week whether she can pay me on time. Well, that's got to suck, right? I mean, how many of you have a job where you don't know if you're going to get your paycheck or get paid on time? At the beginning of the month, she was 10 days late, and I had to borrow money to pay rent. She paid me later, but it makes me insecure to go through this, and it affects everything else I am doing. I try to just stay with the grounding exercises and meditations, and they help keep me centered, but I still feel unsure and angry. All right, interesting. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. Let's hear what Richard has to say. Richard said, I'm Richard, and I got in touch with a lot of fear. I grew up in Europe during World War II. Holy shit, this guy's old. This guy is legit old. And remember the sounds of the bombs. Wow, I don't know, like, what is this guy, like 120? I mean, when was this book written? Yeah, this guy can't be like that old. Hold on a second. 93, actually. But these are from groups, so I don't know how old this guy is. I remember the sounds of the bombs, the shortage of food, and the times my parents sent me to stay with other relatives for long periods of time to keep me out of harm's way. Back then, it felt like abandonment, and though I don't think much about it anymore, I've come to realize just how much it affected my sense of security and my ability to ground. I have a lot of first chakra issues I need to work on, and found the grounding exercises particularly difficult to do, but helpful when I did work on them. There was a very strong tendency to avoid them, however, which I guess is saying something. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to avoid something, a lot of times it's precisely the thing you need to be working on, right? All right. Okay, Healer Rose, you say, from my understanding, the first chakra is super important. Having a strong foundation prepares you for the other aspects of your life that need you to feel stable anyways. Yeah, I mean, the first chakra is ridiculously important. It's super, super important to be grounded and centered. If you're not grounded and centered, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, you're not going to be able to have enough money for food, and you're going to be unstable, and you're not going to be able to go through the other chakras. All right. Should we do some more? What do you guys think? Should we do a little bit more, or should we transition into something else? JT, what do you think, Healer Rose? What does everyone think? We got through some good stuff today in the book. I don't know if I want to read too much. Yeah, let's transition. All right, let's transition, and we can always catch back in, jump back into this later. All right, I'm going with the light off because it's more peaceful. Agreed. Plenty of root chakra. Yeah, exactly. We got through a good amount of content. Yeah, let's go back into other stuff. All right, let's do a quick puzzle rush. All right, we'll mix it up. Puzzle rush coming up. My cat's meowing like crazy. Hold on a second. This is not the puzzle rush we want to do. We want this. Uh-oh. Oh, we're here. We're in the wrong one. Window capture. Now I can't get rid of Spider Solitaire. All right, hold on a second. Here we go. Let's see. I could just close it. Let me just close it. Ah, there we go. Display capture, window capture. It's so weird. It's not, neither one is working now. Huh. Well, this is kind of odd. Go back to display. Oh, there we go. All right. I did it. We got some tech solutions. All right. JT, you say, oh, is not good. All right. Yeah, we got it though. We're back. My last time I did this, I tied my best ever, which is 27. So let's see if I can put up another good score. All right. Y'all ready for this? Let's do this. Here we go. We're going to do this. Let's do it. I got to move the microphone though, or else I'm going to lose immediately. Play again. Oh, it's really, really messed up. All right, come on. Sometimes I feel like I start and I'm in slow motion. Yeah, win the piece. Come on, take the rook. Checkmate. Give me that checkmate. There we go. Checkmate. Mouse slip. Check. Mate. There we go. Checkmate. 2. There we go. Check and mate. Beautiful. Mate. Check, mate. All right. I guess this. Yeah. Oh, I'm in check here. I got to get out of check first. Come on. Stop checking me. That took too much time. This guy's like checking me too much. What's the issue here? I got to find this one. This one is a problem. I think it's just this. No. Oh, come on. Whatever. All right. I had to bypass that. All right. Jesus. All right. I definitely feel slow. I feel a lot slower here. We're going to trap the bishop, at least. I feel a lot slower in this one as opposed to the one I did a 27, which I should. There, discovered attack. Get out of here. There we go. Beautiful. I guess this idea, and then this idea, and then this idea, and that. All right. Check. All right. Oh, cool. And mate. Oh, botch that one. All right. Double check. There we go. Check. Ooh. Wow, this one's super sneaky. Like ridiculously sneaky. Here? No. Like, wow, that was really tough. That was I can't handle that. All right, here, give me this. Yeah, there we go. Let's check here. That. There we go. All right, mate. What is it? This. Oh, come on. Well, 23 is all right. If I had gotten that one, I would have got 24, which is a solid score. All right. So that ended up working out. So that's Puzzle Rush. Thank you so much for the follow. We have Weaver LaFay. Much appreciated. So my name is Agni James, and I stream guided meditations on Twitch primarily. I also have a master's in analytic philosophy, so I stream philosophy streams where we talk about philosophy of science, philosophy of mind, and metaphysics. I also am a chess instructor, so I stream chess streams as well. And then I'm getting into streaming other stuff like Spider Solitaire and Doom Eternal. Those are like 2 other things. So welcome to the community. And we've been doing this. I have this chakra balancing book that we've been doing. We've been going through this book trying to ground ourselves. So yeah, we have a friendly community here. Everyone's good. It's good crew. We got a good crew here. I've been streaming 3 hours and 50 minutes, which is a long time for me. All right, we just did that. All right, I guess, you know what, JT? I never went out there. Maybe we should try the Doom Eternal stream the other way by actually loading it up. I think everyone's going to get kicked off OBS, but like I've been streaming I've been streaming out for streaming almost 4 hours anyway. So, maybe it's not the end of the deal if or end of the day if we all get kicked off. So let's try it out. But everyone might get kicked out of this. But we'll see, because I don't know what happens if you do it when you actually have OBS running as well. So this is going to be interesting. All right, so let's try this out. If you get kicked out, I will see you all sometime soon. So Alt-Z. We're going to do record or broadcast. And then start. And then I can actually change this. Doom Eternal. I think this might actually work. Let's try it out, though. I don't know. OBS is open. All right, we're going to go live. My broadcast to Twitch failed. Yeah, I don't think it will let me do it because I have OBS open. Those fuckers. Those fuckers. They really won't let me do this if I have OBS open. Let's try it. Let's try it again. Post as Evolve Yourself TV. Yep, I mean, this is on my channel. Audience public. Go live. Your broadcast to Twitch failed. All right, let's... Okay, so here's the deal. I don't think I can have OBS open and do it, but if I close OBS, then I can stream it. But you're gonna have to rejoin. So you know what? I kind of want to kill some shit too. So let's do it. let's do it. I'm gonna, and if we're all gonna get disconnected, I think so. You'll probably have to just rejoin my channel until I figure out a way to actually get around this problem. All right, so thank you all so much for coming by. If you get kicked off, but I'm gonna close OBS, and then I'm gonna start it up on the Doom Eternal stream, and it should start up in just a minute. All right, so stop streaming.